is not on. Yeah, so this is me. My name is IB or Iberidim for full, but I prefer to tell people IB so they don't end up chewing their tongues um for unnecessary purposes. Okay, admin, they said you should mute everybody. Yes, please just mute everyone so we don't have interruptions during the session. And you people have seen my face, so am I free to turn off my camera now? I'm camera shy.
Can go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you, permission granted. Okay, so let's just dive straight into the session. So I'm just going to be asking a simple question so that you guys can give me the answer. So I will also know where I can also dive in from. What is digital marketing to you? I don't know anybody that has the answer. You can either raise your hand and you can be unmuted by the admin, or you just type in the comment section. In just simple terms, because digital marketing is simple. What is digital marketing? What do you think digital marketing is? Anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Okay, so digital marketing, in simple terms, it's not physical marketing. So it's marketing that is done online. Simple.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Any other person? Any other person? Okay, somebody says Desire Izuchuku says digital marketing is using modern technology like social media to market your business. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Titi Lopez says it's simply marketing online and not physical. All right, yeah, that's true. Obikoya Bolaji says it is the use of technology to reach a wider range of audience as against the traditional way of marketing. Yes, yes, very correct. Online selling. You cannot hear me. Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Someone says they can't hear me in the comment section, so I just wanted to be sure. I think you can. I am in Phoenix Note 12 that says you can't hear me. I think you should try turning on your what's it called again? Listening with audio from your Zoom class so you can hear me. Yes, Akim Mumi says digital marketing is the process of marketing your product and service online. Digital marketing. Okay, Olajumoke says digital marketing is the process of using online tools to generate leads and interact with customers. Wonderful. Okay, digital marketing is saying all right. Digital marketing refers to, Anthony Livino says it refers to the practice of promoting products, services, or brand using various digital channels and technologies. Oh, that's nice. Fantastic. Okay, so all the answers are correct, and they are all correct answers from what I see. They are all correct answers. It is just that simple. Digital marketing is marketing using online. It's just the marketing of products and services using technologies via the internet, social media, mobile phones, websites, or any other digital medium, as against using traditional method of marketing. And we know that the traditional methods of marketing used to be radio, adverts, TVs, billboards, and all of those traditional means of marketing, and also door-to-door that was usually used then. But the advent of digital marketing has made it a bit more better, has made things a little more different than they used to be. It has changed the whole ball game entirely. And I think it is Bill Gates here that said that if you want to be successful, know where the world is heading to and get there before they do. And the whole digital thing is really taking a whole lot of presence in this our own part of the world recently, compared to the Western world, where it has already been used for a very long time. And digital marketing, like we all said, is simply using digital marketing online services. We have websites, we have social media marketing, we have email marketing, we have display advertising, we have search engine, we have content marketing, we have pay per click. And all these are branches of digital marketing, and they are really, some of them are a bit more, very insight driven, like display advertising, search engine, pay-per-click, keyword marketing, and all of those. Those ones are really where you have to really dive deep. But for the purpose of this class, I think we will not really drive that far. And I think I'll just tell you the benefits of digital marketing. We know that digital marketing has made it easier to create awareness and engagement. Yes, it has made it easier to create awareness and engagement. Now, we know that in those days, a lot of people get bored watching TV adverts. I mean, we all know that those traditional marketing much look. I mean, if you want to drive awareness, everyone is on the phone. Everybody is on the phone. Someone says, is any slide for my presentation? Now there's no slide, but I'll provide you a slide after the class. I just want to take the class for now. I'll provide a slide later, maybe within the week, but I'll definitely provide a slide. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I said digital marketing has made it easier to create awareness and engagement for your business, both before and after the sale. Now, if we use traditional, sometimes it is easy to just get the awareness, drive the awareness before the sale. And then when people buy from you, sometimes you can't get back to them. It's quite difficult getting back to them. Marketing has made it easier because you can get to them before the sale, during the sale, and you can get to them after your sales process. So it is an all-encompassing process, and it has made it very smooth. It has made selling online very smooth and very easier for people to use. It has made it easier for people to use. It also helps you to convert new buyers into rapid fans who can buy now and buy again and again and again. So there's one thing I used to say, that it is easier for you to sell. It is please mute. Thank you. Okay, so it is easier for someone to buy from you. It is easier for you to sell to someone you've sold to before than to sell to somebody that is new. Yes, it's very easier to sell to a returning customer than to sell to a new customer, because selling to a new person is like starting the whole game afresh. First of all, telling them who you are. First of all, letting them know what you do. First of all, giving them enough content for them to see, for them to be intrigued, and for them to desire your product or desire your services before they can purchase. And it takes some time. It takes some length before that actually happens. And but with a returning customer, it is quite easier. Someone who has bought from you can easily buy from you again, and that's what digital marketing helps you do. It helps you to convert new buyers into fans. Like, they can become your fans. They are always checking your platform, even when they don't want to buy. They're checking your platform for maybe you post engaging or educating content, and they want to see what is new. It also helps to spread word of mouth advertising and social sharing. Now, if someone buys your commodity or your stuff and it makes sense, it is quite easier for them to share it on their platforms, to tell their friends, to tell their families, oh, I bought this product from this brand, I bought this from this brand, and they have been amazing, and I enjoy the product. That's word of mouth advertising. And that helps your brand a lot. Like, you even spend less. Yeah, that's another thing as well, another advantage. Digital marketing helps you spend less. It shortens the buyer's journey by presenting right offers to people at the right time. So that's pretty much it, and it's pretty much that simple. And it's a very interesting place to be, or a very interesting thing to do. So who are digital marketers? Digital marketers are persons who are in charge of driving brand awareness, lead generation through all the digital channels. In smaller businesses or smaller organizations, a one man can handle almost everything. But in larger organizations, it can be, everybody can be specific. There are people who are handling specific details. Please, guys, just hold on, please. Let me just take care of something. Just give me a minute. All right. Okay. Sorry for that. I just had to do something really quick. Okay. So like I said, digital marketers are in charge of driving brand awareness, lead generation through all digital channels. For the purpose of this class, I think it's assumed that most of us here are business owners. So I'm going to really focus on it for business. Okay. So um, okay, please mute. Can you mute your audios, please? Please. Okay. So please, admin, I don't know. Can you find out who is on and help me mute the person?
What language are you speaking? You speaking
Please,
English?
please, can we all mute?
Godswill, please mute your mic. Godswill, please mute your mic.
Godswill, mute your mind.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So back to where I was. Sorry for the distraction. So I said that I was assuming that this class is mostly for business owners. So we're going to focus on more of business people. So one thing with marketing a brand or marketing a business is I feel a lot of business owners make a lot of problems when they want to do their marketing. So there's what we call a buyer persona or a client persona. And I think most businesses do not do that before they dive in to begin to do digital marketing. So maybe because you have a product, let's assume you sell maybe will I say, what kind of simple business will I use now? So you sell accessories, maybe phone accessories, or maybe let's say phone. Let me just use phone accessories as an example. Phone accessories is a market that, yes, you might feel that everybody is your target audience, but the truth is that everyone is not still your target audience. There are still people that your audience should be tailored specific to, or that your communication should be tailored specifically to. And that's where we do what we call a buyer persona. And the buyer persona is there to help you tailor down and know what kind of content you'll be putting out on your platforms, and know people I'm targeting now. These are the people that are going to buy from me. Now, okay. So the buyer persona helps you to know the people that you're targeting. And the buyer persona includes the demographic of your audience, which is where they stay, includes the age range of your audience, includes the demographic, that their age range, their geography, where they stay, where they are mostly located, the type of contents that they like, the type of contents that they like, the kind of things they consume. It just contains a whole range of things. So if you don't do a complete buyer persona for your audience, it's going to be difficult to ascertain who your target audience are, and that way you'll be sending out a lot of things, and in the end you find out that it looks as if you're doing it the wrong way and you're not getting any engagement whatsoever. I see a lot of business owners complain, oh, every day I wake up, I post my business on Instagram, I post my business on Facebook, and yet I don't get anything, I don't get anyone to buy from me. Everyone just passes as though it's as though I'm not doing anything. It's quite understandable that yes, sometimes it is these things happen even when you take all the necessary precautions that you take. But then if you do a good prototype and a good persona of the people you are actually selling to, you will know the kind of contents that you're going to be giving to them, and it's also going to be empathetic. Okay, so when you come online and you just begin to post things and people are not really, you have to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, what is my buyer persona? Who are the people I am supposed to be selling to? Now, let's take, for instance, I'm selling phone accessories and I want to target my audience. First of all, I'm going to target mostly Gen Zs and some range of millennials. So the age range I'll be targeting will be from the ages of, say, between 18 to maybe 35 years old, or 18 to 40 years old, because these are the people that mostly use phone accessories. They are the ones that are actually more accessory inclined. They're the ones that actually know, okay, this is the accessory that I need, or my phone spoiled, I need to buy this. I need to know, and I need to know where I'm getting this. But if you're now just posting it to every any person, someone who is above that age range, like my mom has no business with accessories. So if she sees it, she'll just scroll past. And if that means, so it means that if you know that, okay, this is the age range that I am going to be targeting, you will now know, okay, these are the kind of contents that I'm going to be putting. So the first things first is you have to identify your target audience before you begin creating. So you know, these are my target audience. You have to research them. There's a lot of research work. Okay, someone says, please, who are Gen Zs? Okay, Gen Zs are age range, people who are born from 1997 to, I think, yes, Gen Zs are from 1997 to 2000, is it 2001, 2004 or so, thereabout. They are the ones that are classified as Gen Zs. Millennials are those who are born from, maybe, say, the 1985, who are like 30 upward. So that's within the age range that you have to target. Is that clear? I guess that's clear. So like I said, you have to research your target audience very well. One thing with digital marketing is that digital marketing involves a lot of research, a whole lot of research. Sometimes the bulk of the work itself is even research. It's not even in the putting out the stuff, because before you put out something that is quality, you have to do a lot of research. Take, for instance, I want to promote maybe let me use a painkiller, say a painkiller, maybe for arthritis or rheumatism. I have to do a lot of research because now my target audience will change. My target audience will no longer be the young persons, because they are not really into that kind of, they don't really have it. So your target audience are going to be elderly people who are a bit older. And then maybe, yes, of course, definitely some young people will also patronize you, because they might have parents who are suffering from such problems, and they need to patronize and get it from you. So in getting and researching your audience, you now have to identify their pain points and their challenges. Everyone using the internet does not have the same type of challenge. You have to know, what does my target audience have as their pain points? What is their problem? What is their problem? What exactly are they pained about? What exactly have they been going through? So now, when you are identifying their pain points here, you have to be empathetic. Empathy means putting yourself in the shoes of your audience or your customers. So it means that if I want to sell, say, arthritis product, I have to put myself in my audience shoes. It means that I have to do some little level of research. If I do not have it, I have to look for people that have it and find out what are their pains. What are you going through? You have to do a lot of listening. Now, it must not be that you must focus on, maybe you don't know anybody around that has it. There are what we call Facebook and social media listenings and communities. You can join communities that are having people with these pains. You can list actually passing through. You know their pains and you know how you're going to use to solve them. You can you go to join Facebook communities or Facebook groups. Please, whose audio is on? Can you please mute? Thank you. You can join Facebook communities. You can join Facebook groups. You can join there's this platform sometimes I use to do my research. It's not Pinterest. Once I remember, I'll let you know. But then even YouTube, you can go to YouTube. You can see people's pain points. You can listen and know, okay, these are the pain points of my audience. And then you have to be empathetic enough. Oh, my audience are going through this kind of thing. This is what they are passing through. This is their pain points. These are what they are going through. So how do I now tailor my whole marketing to suit this particular kind of people? That is how you're going to know the kind of content you're going to create, because you don't just jump and create content. And then before you create, as you're creating your content, I always tell people to take a buyer through the journey. You have to take your buyer through the journey. So say, for instance, you are just starting out as a brand. First things first, you need to push out content and say, this is my brand and this is what I do as a digital marketer. So, or as a person who has a business, this is my brand, this is what I do. The problem a lot of people make is you just come out, you have a problem you want to solve, which is normal, and you're just putting out sales content. People don't buy from who they don't trust. I have to build some level of trust before I buy from someone online, especially with the rate of scams and a whole lot of vices that happen online. So if I am coming online to sell a product, first of all, I have to put out contents that will make people trust me. How? Become or make myself an authority by posting contents that let people understand that this is my niche. These are your problems. This is how to solve your problem. Educative contents that educates them on the need to use your product or their service without, first of all, telling them about your product or service. Your product is available, your service is available, but first of all, you put some things that are there to tell them, okay, these are my products. These are the things that you need to do to solve your problems and all of that. And that is how you take them on a journey. By the time you have been posting content, you begin to get people that trust your brand. You begin to get people that know that, okay, this is this brand and this is what they do. I trust this brand. Can I then see? So there's what we call in the digital marketing. So there's what we call the Please, can you just mute, please? Can you just mute your mic, please? Thank you. So That's why so all of these things cannot be done if you do not know the real reason why you're online. So to market online, you have to first of all ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? So you need to have a mission and vision of the core values that you want to publish online for your company or your business. You need to know the reason why your company exists. What are the reasons or what are the problems that your company is out to solve? Now you ask yourself, what do I offer? My product or my service? Do I have a unique selling point that is different from my competitors to stand out? Because the world is competitive. So you have to have a unique selling point, something that makes you stand out from your competitors. That is what will make anybody listen to you or want to patronize your service or your product. Do you stand out? Do you have a unique selling point that makes you stand out? Then you also have to ask, where am I? Like, where am I currently? That is when you now do the whole analysis and know your competitors. One thing that a lot of people also make, this mistake a lot of people also make when coming online is you do not even analyze your competitors. As much as you analyze your buyers, you also need to analyze your competitors. I tell people that digital marketing is not about doing something new or trying to invent a whole new ball game. No, it is not. It is more about looking at what your competitors are doing that is working. You find out what they are doing that is working, and when you know what they are doing that is working, you then make it better so that you can surpass them. Because people are constantly on the lookout. Somebody, please, can you mute, please? Let me find out whose audio is on. Samson, please, can you mute? Thank you, please. Okay. So, like I said,
please mute. Oh, thank you.
All right, well, let's continue. So, like I said, a lot of people make the mistakes of analyzing only their buyers and not their competition. If you do not analyze your competition and know what they are doing, you might just end up trying to invent a whole new wheel. And in the process of inventing a whole new wheel, you're missing out the point. The whole aim of this digital marketing is not to reinvent the wheel. It is to do what your competitors are doing and try to do it better than them. So I have to find out what kind of, you have to do some level of research to know what kind of contents are my competitors putting out that is driving them engagement or that is driving people to their platforms and that is making them do better. Okay, now I've seen the kind of content, followed them and understood the kind of things that they are putting out. How do I make my own better so that they can reel in the people to me as well? That's just that. Where are my competitors? Where are my competitors posting? Where is their most strong social platform? If maybe you are on Facebook and your competitors, if maybe your competitors are more on Instagram and doing a lot of things on Instagram and driving a lot of engagement on Instagram, maybe you have seen that, okay, they have already held the market at standstill. You can go to Facebook and do what they are doing on Facebook and try to do it better than them. And that way you also form a niche for yourself and get your own market there. So you know where your competitors are in the market, you know what tools they are using, and you know how they communicate with their audience, just like I've said. Now, you also have to establish what we call key point indicators, KPIs. These key point indicators are like, what are the key things I want to achieve with my whole online presence and my whole digital marketing presence. Now we have what we call vanity indicators. Your key point indicators should actually drive more to conversions, because conversion is more of making the money. Yes, you're not just coming to make people to like you. Nah, that is not the aim of you coming online. Your main aim is to make people like you. Okay, so you have to do what? Evaluate your results. The key point indicators can be classified into three. We have the attraction, the attraction, which is level 1, where you can, okay, attract people. You now know, okay, what are the number of impressions I get? How many people clicked on my link or clicked on my link? How many people liked the stuff I put on? They also have the interactive, where you know people that came in to your platform, what they did they comment, did they like, did they share? And then we have conversion. Conversion is people that took action. Did they take action? Did they send a message that they want to get to so and so? Did they call me on the phone that they want to purchase this my product and all of those? Like I've talked about knowing your client. So you need to know your target audience. Okay, I didn't give you the specifics of knowing your potential client. So yeah, the specifics. First of all, you need to know the gender. Some products target only males, while some target only females. You need to know the gender. You need to know their interests, which is what do they like? What do they want to see? What do they want to keep seeing? What do they like? You need to know where they live. Where do they live currently? What geographic location are they in? Are they in Nigeria? Are they outside Nigeria? Are they in Lagos? Are they in Port Harcourt? Are they in Kaduna? Because sometimes what those maybe not in the south need, maybe what those in the south need is not what those in the north needs. Maybe what those in the southwest needs is not what those in the south needs. So you need to know what kind of product you're selling and where are my target audience? What devices do they use to access me? How do they consume this stuff? Day and time that they read this stuffs. That one is a bit more in depth, but you still need to know it so that you can be able to tailor your digital marketing campaigns in such a way that you are going to drive them to actually get what you want. Now, we also have to now say what kind of content do you want to create? I've talked about that as well, because it is from knowing who your clients are, knowing what your competitors are doing. That is when you will know what kind of content to create. Am I going to create this kind of content? What are the contents that are working currently? Now, one thing I'll also advise as a business is, as much as you're trying to create content that drive engagement to your platform, a very good way to also build trust in your audience is also to create personal content. Sometimes you can take a picture of yourself or take a video of yourself. I'm very sure we see this sometimes on most companies and we do not really know why they are doing it. You see a company, they are posting their company stuff and then they post their maybe when they went out to do maybe a picnic or they had a Friday good session, what they call it to you now, that the governor is doing for them every Friday. They had a Friday. Okay, I'm going to answer this question. So I'm going to come to your question. So the types of contents that there are that I advise anyone to create is, first of all, you create profit as this is your audience, what is happening in the market and where you are heading. So some audience want to know what's happening in the market at this point in time. Some audience want to know, okay, where is this market heading to? That depends on the business you're doing anyways. We know that time evolves, things evolve over time. So if you're able to be posting specialized content, like maybe this particular thing is no longer in vogue, this particular thing no longer drives people the way it used to drive, this is the new thing. It makes you a professional and also makes you specialized. That, okay, I know this thing and I know where these people are heading. And then personal content. Like I said, establish your brand or your business with a human face. as well, because people are, okay, this is who I am talking to. Just like when we just started this call with your customers, if you so you have to put up all those things on your platforms for them to see and say, okay, this is this business and this is what they do. So let me just answer this question. The question is asked mind about able to win them over. Having a biased mind. Okay, yeah, I think I understand this question. I was going to come to that, but let me just move into it right away. There are what we call the different levels of awareness when it comes to marketing a brand. Now, I'll take you through the different levels of awareness. There is the non-awareness stage. The non-awareness stage is when a person does not even know they have a problem. They don't know they have a problem. So you are going to let them this problem by telling them certain signs. Okay. Oluwaseyi Ayebusi, please can I come again on types of content? Okay. The types of contents, like I said, you have professional contents that make you share your expertise, makes you share your expertise on whatever you are selling. And tell them if you want to get the best out of this service, understand that you are a. Then the second one is specialized content. Specialized contents are showing your understanding of what is.
Jack, so please mute your mic. God Almighty.
Okay, can I go on? I guess so. Okay. So I was answering Oluwaseyi's question. Who's this now? Please, if your mic is on, can you please mute? Please, admin, can you please help me
so I'm
mute
going to
people who
say
their
this.
mics are on?
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Please, this is the very last time I'm going to be saying this. If your mic, if you keep letting your mic disrupt the class, I would have no option than to remove you from the class, because you're left to speak, you're allowed to speak because the facilitator wants it to be an engaging class. So please mute your mic. If your mic comes on again, I would have no choice than to remove you. And if I remove you from the class, you cannot join back. So please, let's all just watch out, please. Thank you. Please, you can continue, facilitator. Sorry about that.
Okay. So I was answering Oluwaseyi's question. Sorry for the whole interruptions. I was talking about the kind of content. Yeah. So I said professional. I've talked about professional. I've talked about specialized, and then we'll talk about personal. Personal establishes you as a company and a brand with a face. I guess that's quite clear now. So let me go back to how can products so as to be able to win them over here. So I was talking about the level of awareness. I was talking about the level of awareness for different brands. So I was saying that there is those who are not even aware that they have a problem at all. They don't even know that they have this problem, not to talk about of the solution. Now, if you are going to be targeting that kind of audience, you need to first of all tell them that these are the signs of this problem. That way, I'm sure there are sometimes that you come online and maybe you're reading stuff and you're reading something that you're having, maybe let's say it's a health challenge. Let's just use health. And you're reading and you're seeing that these things have been happening to me, but I never knew that these things that are happening to me are the problem that I had. I'm pretty sure that some of us have had instances like that, right? Yes, I'm sure we've had. So if you know that your audience are people who are not even problem aware at all. Okay, am I being heard clearly? Please, I think, I don't know. Someone says they can't get me clearly. Am I clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I was talking about those who are not even problem aware at all. And sometimes you read and you're like, this is my problem, and you never knew. Now they have educated you on your problem. And as you have been educated on your problem, you now know, this is my problem. And that is when you start looking for solutions. That's the first set of awareness. That's the first awareness level. Then there is the problem aware level. I have a problem. I know I have this problem, but I do not know the solution. That's the problem awareness stage. So you know that, okay, these persons, they know they have the problem, but they don't know the solution that they are going to use for it. That's another stage or another phase of awareness level. The third one is problem aware and solution aware. Like, they know they have the problem. They also know that there is a solution for this problem, but they do not know which solution to use. They are online, they know they have a problem, they know that there's a solution. They are looking for the solution online, but they do not know which particular solution am I going to use for this problem. What particular product will I use to solve this problem? What particular brand can help me solve my problem? What service will I patronize that will help me solve this problem? They are aware that they have a problem. They are aware that there is a solution, but they don't know which people are going to help or what particular solution they should use. That's one awareness level again. Then there is the last set, which is the most hard part. And that part is those who are, which is the question that she asked, those who are problem aware, solution aware, they are aware that there is a problem, they are aware that there's a solution. They have tried various solutions and they are now skeptical because they do not know which solution they should use that will work best. And I'm pretty sure that's where your question comes from. Those who are having a biased mindset, I guess. So those people now, they already know that they have a problem. They know that there is a solution everywhere. They know, they have seen the solution. They have tried different solutions, but they are looking for the particular one that will work because they have tried so many and they have become very skeptical. How do you target these people? By having a unique selling point, one, and by trying to make sure that whatever things you're putting out to them kills all their breaks down their walls, breaks down the walls of breaks down the barriers of what they are thinking in their mind. Like, okay, you answer all their problems. You have to create contents that are tailored to making them understand that, yes, you have tried different solutions, but they are not your fault. These are the reasons why those solutions have not been working. This is the reason they have not been working, because so and so, or because this and this and this. It is not your fault. But that job is mostly done by copywriters. Create contents that will meet their needs. Yes, and that will also break down their limit. I can't place my hand on the word now, but there's a word we call it. You break down their whole barriers, everything they have in their mind, like their whole bias. See that this is mostly the work of copywriters most times, especially to write marketing copies. So you know that, okay, these people have this problem. They know that they have the problem. They have tried so many solutions. So your own content or your whatever you're putting out has to be very unique. You have to have a unique selling point, and you have to have what we call the big idea. A big idea is not necessarily a new idea or something that is new, but it's necessarily taking something that is already existing, but rebranding it and making it seem like something that is already new, that maybe hasn't really been existing, or even if they know it has been in existence, presenting it in a whole different format that they will say, I never looked at it from this angle. And that is how to handle those persons and break down their restrictions, and then know that, okay, they will now know, okay, these people, okay, maybe I can trust this one. He has told me my problem. He knows I have a problem. He has told me the solution, and he has told me the reason. Okay, does it mean that is it because I was doing it this way? That's why the solutions were not working, or is it because these people did not add so and so thing to their product? That's why it was not working. For instance, somebody can say we are selling so and so brand, let's say a health product, and somebody has tried various health products that they have tried and it did not work. You can pick one particular ingredient, or maybe two ingredients, in stress on it like a point, that this is a particular one that actually helps solve this problem, that actually does most of the work. That way, people know that, oh, wow, this person knows his onions. And maybe, oh, these other products I've been using, they did not contain this particular ingredient. Maybe that's why they were not working. All right, now let me try this particular one. With this ingredient, I'm sure it's going to work. They might be skeptical at first, but before you do this, ensure that you know that your product or the service you're rendering is actually going to solve that problem for them. Now, if maybe it's a service brand and you have a service and you know that, okay, people who are rendering the services do not render it well, or maybe they are not doing this, you can pick a particular thing that you will do for them and render a service that actually makes them want to patronize your own brand. I think I've answered that question, so I have to move on now. Who asked the question again? There's a lot of messages coming in. Please, have I answered your question? If I have, just type it in the comments section and let me know if I have. Now, back to where we were. So we've talked about what contents to create, and we've also talked about how to promote these contents. Yeah. So how to promote your content now? There's what we call organic and inorganic content promotions. The organic content promotions are organic in digital marketing, simply means not non-paid. It means that you didn't pay to promote that brand. It means that everything that came in was through natural means. You posted a product. Let's say you posted a product. You did not run an ad. You did not pay an influencer to help you push it. You just posted it organically on your platform, and people began to patronize you, send you messages, call you. That's organic. And then inorganic is when you make payments for it, when you run an ad, when you pay influencers, when you go with maybe backlinks or partnerships. That's inorganic way of promoting brands. And it is always good to use both ways, because sometimes organic sometimes has its own limitations, in as much as it does push a brand as well. And then the inorganic also has its own. Organic is more of tailoring your content with keywords and also knowing what the audience wants, and then tailor it to that way and push it. But then even the very big brands still do inorganic, because everyone wants their brand to still stand out. Coca-Cola, as big as they are, as a very big company that they are, still run advertisements. But the thing is, most of these bigger brands now, most of the kind of advertisements they do are mostly awareness advertisements. So just to make people understand that we are here and we are still here, because they know they have competitors. And yes, they might be so big, but if they slack, they might just get thrown out of the game. And that is it. Now, you need to understand your competitors. And I'm going to talk about competitors category. There are three kind of competitors. We have the direct competitors, we have the niche competitors, and we have the substitute products competitors. Who are the direct competitors? Direct competitors are people that offer exactly the same kind of service or product that you offer. Exactly the same thing. They are your direct competitors. I am selling, okay, let's take for instance, we have action bitters and we have odogu bitters. Those two are direct competitors. They are both doing exactly the same thing. They are selling the same product. Those are direct competitors to each other. Niche competitors are those who are within your niche. Like they might not be selling, they are in that market, but maybe selling something a bit different. But that still solves that problem. Direct things that these people want, but they can substitute it for this thing. What will I use as an instance now? What will I use as an instance? Let's take, for instance, the bank. Let me use, for instance, a bank. A bank is where you can go and save money and all of this. And maybe you have substitute competitors. Who are the substitute competitors? Substitute products, Akawu people. So I don't want hair. Every month I throw the money. Some of those are substitutes. We talked about, we have social media marketing. We have okay. Someone says, please, sir, I did not get the explanation for you gave for substitute. Okay, I said substitute. Yes, substitute products are people that or products that they can be used to substitute your own product. It's just like we have in football. You have a player that is on the pitch, and you see that maybe this player is not playing well, and you need to substitute him. You bring in another player. But in marketing, it's more of a product that can solve that problem that I have, not directly. Let's say I use the bank, for instance, to your bank. Maybe you want to save money, and you might be Akawo people also. Where should be niche because of going to the bank, so they are more niche. Can I? Okay. Let me see. Just give me a minute. Let me see if I can solve this. I don't know if it's from my end. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Little. Can you hear me little? Breaks intermittently. Yes, but not but breaking. It's breaking currently. Okay. Admin, can you hear me? Am I clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, you're audible.
All right. I think the network is fluctuating. Okay, so I can see some comments in the session. Let me just answer them. Okay, so someone say, can I say niche competitor is others in the same industry, not same sector, like fashion clothing? Yes, exactly. Same industry, but not same sector. Just the perfect example by Atine. Like fashion, You say someone is selling clothing and the other person is selling jewelry. They are niche competitors. They are not that you're selling. Then substitutes are people that they can use their product to substitute for what you are selling in your niche or your market. For fashion, clothing, and jewelry, will I say who will I use as substitute now for fashion, clothing, and jewelry? Because I think this example is a bit more easier. If you want to buy clothes, you must still buy clothes. So maybe will I say substitutes. We call okrika people substitutes. Maybe you go to market to buy okrika. We call them substitutes. I doubt. But I will call substitutes those that they can substitute them for your product. Like if I don't use your product, I can use this other one. It will also serve the same purpose. If I don't use your product, I can use other one. It will also serve the same purpose. So they are substitutes. Okay, like I was using the bank, for example. So like, substitute workwear versus casual wear. That can be, yes, okrika instead of boutique, exactly. So see, native wears and English wear, exactly. So here, that is it, a substitute. Yeah, thank you for this. This is a perfect example. So if you can't afford to go to the to get a English dress or whatever, you can then decide to buy a substitute product. Bonvita instead of Milo, those are actually direct competitors because I think they are actually dealing on the same kind of product. They are just different companies, but they are the same products. They are not. I don't think that a substitute. A substitute would be something like they are still in the same niche, even though like a milk is in the same niche as all of them because they are all beverages. Bonvita and Coke, you can substitute instead of using Bonvita, use Coke as a substitute. Thank you. That's it. That makes it easier. I guess we understand it now. Yes, I guess we understand it now. I like how the class is flowing. It shows that you guys are following. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think that answers those questions. Butter and Bama. Okay. Yeah, Butter and Bama. All right, that's cool. So we talked. I said there's social media marketing, there's email marketing, and there are other various forms of marketing. But let's just focus on social media marketing and email marketing. So most times, social media marketing, we'll use it to drive awareness about our brand. That's the first things first one. And then we also use them to get leads. I always say that email marketing is for long term. Let's say you are selling a high ticket product. A high ticket product is a product that takes a long time for a person to make a decision to buy. For instance, you are selling a product that costs, say, 100,000 naira or thereabouts, or 150,000 naira. Let's use that as the money. And we know that for somebody to cough out 150,000 naira to buy something that they need, especially maybe if the thing is all-encompassing and is very necessary, it might take a longer time to build trust. That's where email marketing comes in, because you have to constantly communicate with them, constantly push out email content that actually solves or answers their questions, put out educative content, put out entertaining content that actually solves their question. And how do you do this? We do this through what we call the marketing funnel. I think I skipped that. I should have talked about that before I dive into social media marketing and the whole type of marketing. There's what we call the marketing funnel, and the marketing funnel is divided into, we have the C stage. The C stage, S-E-E, C, like to see something with your eyes. We have the think stage. The think is where you have to think about this thing. Oh, I've been seeing this thing. It has entered my mind, and you are thinking about that product. Then we have the do stage. The do stage is when the buyer has made a decision to buy. The buyer has made a decision to buy. They want to buy now. How do they get you to buy? And then we have the care stage. The care stage is after they have bought, how do you take care of them? After they must have patronized your brand or your service, how do you reach out to them to tell them thank you? How do you appreciate them? And then how do you continue to keep them engaged so that they can buy something else from you? That's the care stage. So at the C stage is where your audience can see you. That is where you talk about what you do. I've talked about this. Yeah. I'll prepare a slide. Don't worry. I'm going to prepare a slide and I'm going to share it. I'll prepare a slide and I'll share it. Just trust that you're going to get it within this week. Say by Wednesday, I'll throw you guys a slide. Yeah. So we have the C stage. Like I said, the C stage is the stage where you have to see. Like I am seeing what I want. That is where your audience can see you. That is where you talk about what you do. Tell them this is what I do, this is my brand, this is how we do this is how the problem has been solved and all of that. The think stage, like I said, is where they are thinking of making a decision. They are thinking if the product is worth it. Will I, this product that these people are pushing out, I need it too, but is it worth it? Is it worth my money? Do I want to spend this amount of money to get this product? Do I really need this product? That's the think stage. And you have to continue with your communication in that stage. Continuous communication. Continuous communication. Then you have the do stage. Do. The do stage is when the person is ready to buy and wants to find you. When a person has thought about it and is ready to buy. I know that there are times that people just see it and they've already made a decision they want to buy immediately. They don't have to start going to think about it. Those kind of persons are there. But then if you want to play this game in digital marketing, you have to think of long-term sustainability. Because if not, you will get burnout. And when I mean you will get burnout, you get tired because you feel like you're putting in effort and it looks as if you're pouring water on the back of a chicken. When it shakes his body, all the water will pour out. Because it will look as if you are putting out things, you're putting out things that people are not buying. When you don't think long term, when you expect that once you put it out, people should buy from you, that would be a very big mistake. So you have to put out the C stage where you have to put out your awareness content, tell them about their problem, how their problem needs to be solved. This is how your business can solve this problem. This is how your business can help them. This is what you do. This is how they can do it. Tell them even how, teach them even how to do it themselves and to be easier for them to trust you. Think stage is where they're now thinking, okay, I've been seeing this brand, I've been seeing this business. All right, I need to make a decision. I need to buy this, but is it worth it? Do I want to buy this from these people? Do I necessarily need to buy this from these people? Are they going to be trusted and all of that? The do stage is where they have decided, oh yeah, I don't make up my mind. I want to buy now. I want to buy now. And at that point, you should be everywhere. They don't have to start looking for you. It should be easy. You should be easy for them to find so that they can buy. And then the care stage is about building a relationship with your clients. You build a relationship. Oh, you bought from me. Wow. I appreciate them for buying. You can even send them messages on how to use the product. Okay. So you can even send them messages on how to use the product and then upsell. That way you can begin to upsell, build a relationship with them. Some email campaigns are handled after you have sent them, after they have bought, you can begin to send them messages and ask how they are using the product, if they have started using it, what are the challenges they are experiencing with the product, if there is any. Some people will reply you back. They can tell you, oh, your product is awesome. If they have challenges with the product, they can reply to you. And you can also decide, oh, okay, maybe if you want them to return it, you can do that. That builds a lot of relationship. If it's not something they can return, you can tell them, okay, this is how to use it better. This is where you can do this, or this is what you should do to make it work better. That way you can also upsell. Upselling is like building a relationship and then selling some other thing that is your product as well, and they will happily buy from you because they have already bought from you before. It is always easier to buy from somebody that has already sold to you before. Now let me go back to social media marketing. Social media marketing is simple. Advertising or putting out your business on social media. It's that simple. So you have to find out what platform is best for your business. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I think these are the three most common. LinkedIn is mostly for professionals. Yeah. So you can think, which of these platforms best suits my business? What's the benefits of this platform? What are the benefits I will gain? What are the strategies I want to use on these platforms? Social media helps us reach a wider audience because like I said before, everybody are on their phone these days. Everybody is on their phone. And it's more like, I saw a picture of somewhere, I think it's not Nigeria anyways, and they quoted the picture of the same environment, the same place in 1980 or thereabout, and then currently in 2022, that was 2022. Same place, same position, people were standing and reading newspapers, but now everybody was pressing phone because now it's more like a digital age and everyone is always on their phone. And these people mostly are on social media. There are various social media platforms. So there is LinkedIn, there is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, name them. But you have to think about which particular one suits your brand and which particular one. So thread. Thread. We'll talk about this thread later. We'll talk about this thread. Thread. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg wants to control everything. Okay, so we go. So social media helps organizations. Kura, thank you. Exactly, Kura. That was the platform I was trying to remember for you to also use to understand your audience. Kura. You can listen to them because a lot of people are on Kura telling you about their problems. Some are there giving solution as well. You just have to pick what suits you. So social media helps organizations reach a wider audience. Social media can build and strengthen relationships. It enables your brand to engage their primary constituencies, facilitates collaboration. Like the benefits of social media is so big that you have to capitalize on it as a business owner. It is imperative that you capitalize on it because the truth is the person who sells on social media and the person who has a shop where they sell, the person who sells on social media will most likely make more sales and have more customers than somebody that has a shop. Things are changing now. Yes, it's still okay to have a physical presence or a physical shop or a physical business place because it also builds trust because some people want to know where your shop is, should in case your thing no work, internet connection. Okay. So some people want to know where is your physical place. It's also necessary because some people want that also strengthens some level of trust. But you should not solely depend on the physical shop because these things are changing. And somebody that is on social media or on digital platforms has the tendency to sell better, drive more clients, close more sales, have more customer relationships than somebody who sells just in a physical shop. It is just that. It is as easy as that. It's as easy as that. So I want you guys to help me do something. But you're going to submit it next week in the next class. You tell me the top 10 social media platforms Please, not less than 10. There are many, but it's the
Hello,
platform.
please.
And
I
they
couldn't.
find
I
out
couldn't
how
hear the
they can be
question
used
again.
and they are most that are most. So find out how they can be used personally.
Hello, moderator. Hello.
Sorry, guys, your facilitator got locked out, but he's trying to connect back in now. Hi, IB. So students were saying they couldn't hear the question you asked. So please, could you ask the question again, the assignments? Thank you.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Can
Yes,
you guys
we
hear me?
can hear you. Welcome back. Yes, we can. Welcome back. Yes, I can. Welcome
Okay,
back.
okay. Sorry. All right. Thank you. Network has been crazy. So I said the top 10 social media platforms, please. Nothing less than 10. The top 10. I think someone has already drafted the list of top 10 here, but you can also do your own. I mean, there are many social media platforms. And you can find out how they can be used personally or for business. So you list out the top 10. You can do it in a tabular form if you feel that is best for you. You can also still write it down. I don't know how. Find out how they can be used personally or for business, the social media platforms. Find out the do's and don'ts of each of these platforms because every platform has their do's and their don'ts. And as much as some of them are similar, most of them are similar, but just find out the do's and don'ts. It doesn't have to be too ambiguous, just something simple. Just do research. And then examples of businesses and okay, you can leave that part. Just do these three. Find out about the platform, the number of global users on this platform, like the average number of global users, they are all there. Find out how they can be used personally or for business, and then find out the do's and don'ts of the platform. How do we submit it? You can prepare it in a doc and share it as a PDF to me. I'll see it. You can prepare it as a doc and share it as a PDF.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you, IB. So I will create a form for them to submit and you can have access to it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I'll share that on the group.
Thank you, that will be better. Thank you. Okay, so that's on that. And so I was talking about social media market. and I was talking about social media platforms and how to use them. And the best thing about social media is content. I've talked about content, and I'm going to emphasize on content. This is 11:29. We'll take a break soon. By 11:30, we'll take a break and we'll be back by 12, and then we'll continue till 2. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to run you through practical. I'm going to share my screen on that, and I'm going to how to log into Facebook Business, how to use a business Meta Business app, create a Facebook ad from scratch for the 20.
Okay, everyone, it's break time. So you guys have 30 minutes and the classes resume by 1. So remember, when you're coming back, it's going to be practical. So yes, get ready.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Sorry, let me also use this opportunity to sort out my network issue. All right, so let's just take a break.
Resuming 1 or 12. Which one?
12, please, 12, not 1.
Sorry about that, it's 12.
Yes, 12.
Are we to log out from the Zoom meet?
Okay, so I was saying, if you want to attempt, I think somebody has already up. Admin, you just help me let them unmute. You introduce yourself. You tell us about your business. If you've had a business already, if you don't have, maybe you have a business in mind that you want to venture into. You tell us about the business in just very simple terms. If you don't have a business in mind either, but you have maybe any business that you feel like you can talk about, you tell us about the buyers. I want to know what you think about the age range of your buyers, just imaginary, even though you have not done any research. Research will make you know it, but it cannot give you the exact details, but still just imaginary. The age range, the location where you think they are, where you think they are based, whatever, their interests, what you think they like, just on the ground level, what you think they like, what you think their spending power is, like what you think how much they can spend, like how much do you think they can spare to buy or optimize your service, and what else? Their challenges. Yeah, you can talk about maybe their challenges as well. So I think just distance. So let's see who wants to attempt first. So let's see who will attempt first. Let me see. So I'll just call out from what I see. Okay. Tife Designs. Or okay, let me see. The first person that typed here, even though she didn't know Omoye Rose, you didn't know what it was. Okay, now you know what it is. Okay, you were the first person to raise up your hand. So can you go on?
Okay, hello everybody. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good
Can you hear
afternoon.
me? Okay, good afternoon, IB. Thank you
Yes, I
very
can
much
hear
for
you.
the lecture so far. Thank you very much for the lecture so far. I really appreciate it. Okay, so my name is Omoye and I'm into fashion business. I do urban fashion. Who my buyers are? My buyers basically the people I focus.
Omoye, please, you can unmute
Omoye,
yourself.
are you? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I can't hear you anymore.
Sorry. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, now.
Okay, so okay, let me start again. I say my name is Omoye, and I'm into urban fashion. I make urban fashion wears, and I think my buyers are Gen Zs and millennials because I think that's what they like to wear presently. That's almost the trend these days. The age, I think that's between 18 to 40. Those are the people I have in mind. Location, I'm based in Abuja. So my location for now is Abuja because I've not been able to spread out considering cost of dispatch delivery to Lagos and all that. So presently I focus on people in Abuja. The challenges they face, well, that I've never thought of. I've never thought of the challenges they face. I believe this class will help me think about all these things. Then the spending power. I think, I don't know, really. I don't want to say what I don't know, but I think for Gen Z, for the people I've met, let me just give a basic figure. For the people I've met, for like a two-piece, the minimum a Gen Z can spend is, let me say, 15,000. I hope I was able to participate very well. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Nice attempt. Nice attempt. That was nice. Okay. I'll just call out the next
Thank you
person.
very much.
Tifed Designs. I think yes.
Good
Yes.
morning, everybody. Good
Tifed
afternoon,
Designs.
everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
My name is Bolua Tife. So I own Tife Design. Tife Design is a brand that creates bags such as tote bags, knapsacks, cross bag, laptop bags, and majorly bags. So my target audience are usually students, are mainly students. That's the Gen Z stroke the millennials. That's from age 18 to probably 30. Because the the millennials are those that use my tote bags as souvenirs for parties. But my main target audience are students. So the locations are usually areas where schools are, where universities are located. I'm located in Ogun State. So I look around Ogun State, like Ogun State, Lagos, Ibadan, closer locations that are mainly university locations. Then the spending power, mainly students can't afford things that are that expensive. So my prices are like limited to students, like they can afford it from 3,000 to 5,000. That's the price range.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice.
Sir, can you come again? Hello.
Attempts. All right. Livinus' hands was up. I don't know if take also attempt. So Zadima, you have the floor. Zadima NK, your hands are up.
Hello, can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Okay, my name is
Can hear you.
Gift. Okay, my name is Gift Uzodima. I'm the founder and creative director of.
I can't hear you anymore. I don't know if it's just me. Uzodima, I can't hear you. I don't know if anybody can hear you. Please, can you guys hear her?
No, we
Can't hear
can't.
her at the moment. Okay, Uzodima, I can't hear you. Anthony Livinus, I think the floor is yours now.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Livinus from Adamawa State, Northeast Nigeria. I'm into multimedia. I am a co-manager at Leverage Multimedia Networks. Basically, what we do is anything video editing, video creation, developing content across those things. So this very meeting is very important for me because we are about scaling up and we don't know how to sell our products very well. So that is why I particularly joined this meeting. So however, I know my target audience are between the Gen Zs and the millennials, and I am excited to be here. So far, you've been able to give me perspective on how to drive the business. Basically, that is what I have to share. Thank you. Yeah, I'm done. I don't know if whether I was loud enough.
Okay, Livinus, I could hear you, although you didn't go deep. You just said your target audience. I expected to hear. Okay, since you're multimedia, so it means you're more of a service brand. You guys do more of services, and your location is Adamawa. So, but I know media people always travel a lot, so I'm pretty sure that your location will be a bit spread out, and interest will be people who are having events or people who are creatives as well who want to do professional shots. That should be your audience interest, if I'm not mistaken. Spending power, those people should have money, at least from 100K upward, if I'm not also mistaken as well. Location, I think your location will be a bit branched, but that's okay. Nice attempt anyways. Temi, is it Temi Tope, please? You can talk now. The floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what I do, I'm actually a fashion designer. So I specify on menswear only. So my clients are only menswear only.
Okay.
So my clients are majorly male and they are students.
Okay.
Because I'm around school environment. So my location is actually at the state. So the range rate of my client are the gens from 17, 18 to 30 from our most of people are students. The spending power of my client.
Sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just hold on. I'm finding it a bit difficult to hear you. I don't know, it's breaking up. I don't know if other people are experiencing it as well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's breaking.
It's still break. Is it still
now,
breaking?
please. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
It's breaking.
Okay. Maybe it's the service then.
No. Okay. Yes. Okay, I think it's clear now.
Okay. So what I do actually, I'm a fashion designer. My clients are majorly male and they are students because I stay around student environment. So the age rate of my clients are the gens, which from 18 to 35. My target audience are students presently. The spending power of my client are from the range of 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. So my location presently is actually at Ogun State. So the challenge of my audience sometimes they prefer. Okay, should I continue?
Yes, go on.
Okay, the challenge of my target audience, they always want the wears that are well fitted. And most times they don't find it. So I serve them by giving them what they actually need, exactly what they need. So thank you.
All right, that was nice.
Okay, I'm done.
Thanks for trying. Very detailed. Okay, someone asked for the question. Okay, the question, so I can carry everybody along because some people are just joining. The question is from buyer persona and all of that. So the question is, hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All
yes,
right.
I can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, so the question is, you are going to introduce yourself in very few words, just as every other person is doing, very sharp and very clear. You tell us about your business, if you have a business that you're doing already. If you don't have a business you're doing already, maybe you have a business in mind that you want to venture into. or you have a business you're interested in, you can tell us. If you don't even have anyone at all, if you have any business that you have been observing and maybe you just like and you just want to talk about, fine. Now you're going to give us just imaginary buyer persona of what you feel your business has. You're going to tell us the age range you feel that your business is serving or your business wants to target. You're going to tell us the location where they are. They can be scattered across Nigeria. They can be in a specific location. That depends on you. It can even be just your community, it doesn't matter. It's also and they will tell us their interest. What do you think they are interested in? What do you think they like? Even on social media, I think the interest, a lot of us are not going to get it. The interest is if you come online on social media, where do you think these people hang out? What do you think they like to see on social media platforms or on the internet, the digital space? Tell us also their spending power and tell us their challenges as well. I think that was the question. So I'm pretty sure that everybody who was not here gets it now. So I'm going to call on the next person. That's the person's hand up. I'll call Titi Lope Lanley. After that, Onos Kuku, and I think that should be yes. After Titi Lope, then Onos. That should be all.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Titi Lope Lanley, and can you hear me, please?
Yes, clearly I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Titi Lope Lanley. I am a short-lived manager. So I am in Lagos. So my what's it called? My target audience are basically majorly the people who love to travel, who love tourism, and who also love convenience. They love convenience. They are willing to spend any amount for their convenience. They love to go out, maybe on vacations with their families. They just love to travel. They love comfort. So yeah, and my target, I mean their age range is the millennials and the baby boomers, which is older generations. Yes, they have the money to spend. Yes, so and they are willing to spend above 100K for just a day for their comfort. What else? Yeah, I'm not sure if I covered everything, but
their interests.
Yeah, their interest.
You tried.
I said it's.
So you've covered your location.
Yeah, their interest.
You've covered their location. I think you've covered their interest as well.
Okay.
So what are their challenges? Yeah, I think that's what you just talked about. Their challenges.
Their challenges.
What do you think are the challenges?
Their challenges is that most of the time when they maybe travel to where they are not known or where they don't know, kind of where what they see is, or maybe the hotels that are available for them, they are not really what they really want, because even if they lodge into hotels, if they want to maybe get food, they want comfort, they will still have to order it or pay extra charges. But once they have the apartment they want, they have everything covered. They have their kitchen, they have their Wi-Fi, they have their smart TV, they have everything just at the snap of their finger. So that is the solution.
Okay, thank you. That's a high ticket service you're offering. It's cool. And I think it's a bit more different from what I'm hearing. Every other person I've been on, mostly Gen Zs and maybe millennials, but I think you went up to higher, which is actually what they are. So your strong competitors are hotels.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, Unos. The floor is yours. If you've answered your question, you can take your hand down, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, Onus, over to you. Onus, I can hear you.
I'm
yeah.
Onus. Okay, I'm Onus. And I'm located in Delta State, in a room. I'm into sales of domestic cooking gas. So I did on quick gas.
Okay.
Currently, I run a 2 metric ton gas in a shop. So my targeted audience are the general public per se, hotels, fast food joints, hospitals, schools with hostels, students, everybody are my targeted audience. Although most of the challenges we are having in this place is that since we operate on shop, some of our customers prefer to not have another challenge because what they are giving to them there is what also I'm giving to them here. So solution to it is for me to source for money and to establish a full-fledged gas plant in order for me to serve my customers effectively and take back those that have left my shop bigger gas plant to buy their products.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Network is not clear.
My God.
Network cracking.
Okay. Sorry guys. I think I've even changed network funny enough. I've swapped SIMs and I'm still experiencing this. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. We can hear you now, sir.
All right. Sorry about that, please. REMNAF concept. I think you were the one that was supposed to tell us about your business as well. So the floor is yours now.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
My name is Abdul. I'm the founder CEO of REMNAF Concept Limited. We are into plastic and black plastic shopping bag production. We are based here in Lagos. Our target audience are the normal market women and men who act as our distributors as well. Well, the challenges we are facing in this production business and recycling business is that most of the time we outsource our production and process from other factories because we don't have all the machineries in place. So doing this takes our time a lot. So we're not able to produce more and meet up with the target of our customers because nylon bag is what is being used every day. So and the market is so large. So for now we are covering Alimosho, Isolo, and Ojo local government. That's where we are covering for now, and we want to cover more areas. That's when we are able to get more machineries in our factories to produce more. And again, the challenges our audience are facing is that most of the times there are mistakes in the course of production. We do make mistakes, and maybe in the counting of the nylon bags, some are 100 per pack, some are 80. So at times they will meet like 75 instead of 80, so they complain. So we are trying to tackle this. And again, in terms of quality, we are up to it. So we don't have any problem aside that we need funding to get more machineries into our factory. That's what we need now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that should be the last for now. You've all done well. You've all stated, at least I heard a lot of things, and I've also known about some of your businesses now. Okay, so your guys to supply. So that's one like
Sir, please, I can hear you. Your line is breaking.
maybe not really specific. You can hear. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's
I can't hear anything anymore.
okay. Okay.
We can
Sorry.
see you.
Sorry. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Can
We can
Sorry,
hear you.
I've been swapping all my SIMs. I've used all the SIMs I have today. I've used MTN, I've used Glo, I've used Airtel, and they're all just giving me issues. The network in Nigeria is kind of crazy. I'm sorry. So since you guys can hear me now, let me just go on. I was saying that everyone has done a good job telling us about their business and their what the business does and all of that. If you didn't have an opportunity to say anything, it's still fine. You can do a research. I think you should also add that, and maybe also by next class, you don't necessarily need to write it. I'll just maybe ask a few questions as well. Find out, go and do them research and find out exactly who your target audience are. Exactly. Put a specific age range that you know that this is the age. Happiness. Oh, sorry, was your hand up? I'm sorry. Okay. Didn't know your hands were up. Happiness. I'm so sorry. You can talk now. Oh, yeah, just talk. It's just be brief so that we can just dive into all that things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Happiness, and I am the founder of Citadel Variety Supplies. At Citadel Variety Supplies, we sell premium food, Nigerian foods, and our major targeted customers are Nigerians abroad. We target them because we discover they don't have so much access to Nigerian foods once they leave the country. Even when they do, they get it at a very high cost. So we aim for them while also reaching Nigerians in the country. For now, our challenge is fund. We started the business by getting supply from people. Our major product is oven dried catfish. We used to buy from the producers, and of recent we felt the need to start processing fish ourselves because of disappointment from the producers and because we wanted to maintain equality which we're not getting from them. For now, we've not been able to raise the fund, and we still run from home. We hope that in the near future, we can get the funds to set up our business outside the home, and then also be able to acquire those equipments. Thank you.
Okay, happiness. That was nice. That was nice. So I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know if maybe I didn't hear you. You can hear me, right? Happiness. Let's
Yes,
interact
I
here.
can hear you.
Okay, so you said your target audience are mostly Nigerians who are abroad, right? who
Yes.
are living abroad. So how
Yes.
do you get your products to them? Is it before they leave the country, or while they are abroad, you can send it to them?
We ship to them in their location. Many of them
Oh,
are
you ship.
abroad. Yes, we ship to them in their
Oh,
location.
oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. More hands are up. I don't think we can take any more. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. This is 12:38 on my time. So Usman Osu and Bukoya, Bolaji, both of you will be the last set of people. Just use 1 minute and please just be brief. Usman, please, first to you, then the next person, Bukola, Bolaji, Usman.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Usman Osu. I'm the founder of Bazama Agro Food Export. We started this business in 2017 with the aim of bridging the gap of importation of food products into Nigeria, especially rice. We understood that most rice that are being imported, some expired rice, and so we want to produce more rice and then empower other farmers to produce more rice to be able to feed the nation, and then also export this rice to other African countries. For now, our main challenges is financial backup, financial issue, and then we still need more knowledge on importation business. For now, we haven't started in exportation. So thank you very much.
Okay,
Hello?
thank you. Thank you, Usman. Thank you. You didn't cover much, but it's okay. Bolaji, let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bolaji.
Bolaji, you can speak up. It's quite difficult to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, better now.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon. My name is Bolaji, residing in Lagos. Actually, though I don't have a business yet, but because my business is still in the ideation stage, yet to be put into the practical stage, and it's just about going into agriculture. That's like an agripreneur thing. So the thing is, because one the basic needs of life, kind of, let me put it that way. We all know that I think there are three basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. And so I believe going into agriculture, you have the world as your target. Everybody needs food to survive, and there are also some other derivatives you can get from agricultural products. So for now, the world I feel is the market, and the challenge. There are lots of competitors. There are people who are already into this on a large scale, but though not much, because even as at now, presently the country is not really, because security is another thing. Because most farmers are complaining people can't really go to farm, and even the exports in the country now, there is more of imports than exportation. So to bridge that gap, I believe agripreneurs should be able to. So that's one of another reason why I feel it's a great idea to venture into. Then, okay, I already talked about the market, then the competitors. There are lots of people who are into it, but not really well known on a large scale like that. So the idea is to start off, register with the corporate affairs, and then because some of the resources are readily available, like the land to some extent, but funds and the network of people to get these things from and also to supply to. So I'm still trying to research on that. So I think that's all for now. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on what it is, and I really appreciate it. It's nice. So still on that, I feel everyone should still try as much as possible to do a more in-depth study on what you think or who you think are the best people or the best buyers of for your products or services. Think of their age range, think of their location, where they are located, think of their interests, and their interest is what they do, what do they like, do they want to see, especially as we are basically on digital marketing. So it's more of what do they like to see online. That's what the interest means. So what do they want to see online? So you can capitalize on what they love to see online and find a way to infuse it into your business so that it drives conversion to your brand and drives the whole traffic. And their challenges as well, because if you know what they are facing and what their challenges are, you can tailor your marketing or your content to suit their challenges. So your marketing and content can tailor, okay, I know that the challenge of these people are this and this. I can help them solve it. I can help them solve it, but I can also put it this way so that it also makes sense to them to want to drive or to want to use my my services or my product. And also their spending power, because you need to know how much your audience are willing to spend so that you can determine your price. I've seen businesses where they don't know how much their audience are able to spend, so they kind of have a lot of the problem with pricing. We're not going to talk about pricing now, but pricing is like a whole different thing entirely, where you need to know how much your audience can spend. You need to know, okay, am I coming into an already existing market? If I'm coming into an already existing market, the market will determine my price. Will I have to keep the same price with what others are selling? Do I have to sell a bit higher because my product are offering better, and my product also, all my services are offering better, and my products and services can also do what these people want at a very high rates. Also, the cost of my materials or cost of production can determine. Or do I have to sell lower? Like, do I have to drop down the price to suit them? So that I can spoil the market for others. So it means people want to buy from me because my price is cheap. So you have to determine their spending power, know how much they're willing to spend. While determining their spending power, you have to also understand the market you are so that you don't go about doing the wrong pricing. You have to keep it moderate, something that people are willing to spend. So I think I've talked about that. So that's on that. So thank you so much for thank you guys so much for giving us your input. It was awesome. It was awesome. So I was adverts on Facebook. That's where we're going to go with now. Facebook and Instagram, we know it's owned by one man. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp is owned by one person currently, and that's Mark. And currently there's Thread, and I said I was going to talk about this Thread. And he now owns Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Thread. Personally, I haven't joined Thread yet because I feel like this is, let me just go down personally too. I feel like it is going to be too much of a monopoly for one man to own all the major social media platforms that we can actually interact on. I understand that Elon Musk is trying to make some money for himself on Twitter. And of course, he's a businessman, and all businesses are aimed to make money. And people, because of reaction, and some people, I even feel like so many people, even men, most especially Nigerians, are just joining out, just jumping on the bandwagon to join the trend without really understanding what exactly it is. Well, I still think that trade is going to take a while before it can be able to kick out Twitter from the market. But that notwithstanding, let's just leave that aside. Mark Zuckerberg owns WhatsApp. He bought WhatsApp. He owns Facebook. He also bought Instagram. So he owns those three major networks. And Facebook is one place that a business can actually thrive on. Facebook and Instagram. You can actually grow your business from there, from just a scratch. First of all, you can do organic, and by putting out good contents, you need to have a content plan to be able to put out good content. You can decide to put out content 3 times a week. You can decide to put out content every day a week. It depends on you. It depends on your ability and depends on the resources that you have to be able to put out content. And that's on that. So let's just dive in real quick because you guys might also have to attempt. So I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be sharing my screen. Let me see this incognito tab. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay, it's loading.
Yes.
Okay, can you guys see my screen now?
We can see it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sorry. So this is an incognito tab. All right, cool. All right, good. So all right, thank you. So if you want to, when you want to create a, you first of all have to create a Meta business account. It was formerly known as Facebook Business Messenger, but now it is called Meta Business Account. So you simply type in this URL, business.facebook. I'll type the URL and keep it on the chat box as well. business.facebook.com/overview. Let's start with that. So let me I'm going to type it now, the URL and comment section. So it is business.facebook. So it's loading. I don't know why it's so slow. Network is just so slow. So that's the link. Taking some time to open that. Let's just wait. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Network. I've been swapping all networks. As though I'm doing Yahoo swapping sim. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen and hopefully it opens this time. I don't know. Okay. So this is it. That's opened. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So this is the business.facebook.com. And this is creating a Meta business account. And Facebook wants to know that you are legit. So they expect you to log in with your Facebook account. Do you understand? So you either log in with your Facebook account. I believe you guys can see my mouse, or you log in with an Instagram account, whichever you have. But Facebook wants to ensure that you are the authentic owner of an account for you to be able to create a Meta business account. From a Meta business account, you can do every other thing. So I'm just going to log in into my account. So I'll use my own account. So my account is already saved on Google. So I'll just use the Google password. So you just type in your username and your password and click on login. So I created a two-factor authentication on my account. If you do not have a two-factor authentication on your account, you are wrong, because a two-factor authentication gives your account a second level of protection, and it helps stops scams and fraudulent people. So if someone is trying to hack into your account, if you have two-factor authentication, you have to first of all beep on your phone that, look, somebody is trying to log into your account. Is this you? And then you have to say, yes, it is me. If it is not you, you click no, and Facebook is going to bounce the person out of your account. And a lot of accounts are being hijacked these days on Facebook. So many people's accounts have been hijacked by scams and hackers. So this two-factor authentication stops people from accessing your account when it is not you. So like my two-factor authentication now is connected to my phone. So I'll just quickly tap yes on my phone. Otherwise, I can ask them for a 6-digit code and tell me the code. This is my phone number. My phone number ends with 65. And I'll just log in the code here and submit the code. But since I'm tapping yes on my phone, which I've just tapped now, yes, it's going to reflect here and the account is going to pop up. So let's just wait for it to finish loading. But you understand what I mean by two-factor authentication? How many of us have two-factor authentication on our account?
I do.
You do? All right, that's good. If you do not have, please try and set up a two-factor authentication. Go to your Facebook account, go to settings, go to security. I think from there you should be able to see two-factor authentication or two-factor verification, whichever it is, and then use it to set up your account. So this is a Meta business account. These are some of the accounts I'm handling. So currently, let's just hold on. All right. So these are this is an account I'm handling currently. So to make it easy now, if you are opening this for the first time, if you're creating a Meta business account for the first time, this place is going to be practically empty. You're going to have nothing here, nothing at all. And then you just quickly go down to settings. Okay, so the network is quite slow. I think MTN are doing this on purpose. They want me to buy 5G. No problem. I'll buy 5G. Okay, so while this is loading, let's just allow it to come up and we'll continue from there. So like I said, if you're just opening this for the first time, it's going to be practically empty. And then you have to set it up by adding a Facebook page. I just want you to open so I can show you what I'm talking about. You're going to be able to add a Facebook page to the account. You're also going to be able to add an account to it. Yes, so this is the settings. Yeah, this is it. So let me just run through some of these, the ones that are really necessary for us right now. This is people. If you click on people, this is a business account. So this is people, and if you add people to you can add people to this business account. Okay, you can add a person. So by adding the person, you just click on add person. You can add their email. You can add them via their email, and then you can assign a role to them. You can assign a role to them. So let's say I want to add somebody, and let's say, okay, let me just cancel this. Let me just go to add person. These are already existing accounts. Supposed to be doing this with a fresh account. Okay. So this person already has access to the page, but you can always add anybody here. You can add, let's say I want to add, this is the name. I can decide to add another email account here. Then you click on next. When you click on next, you see? You see this? So if the person is an employee, maybe you have an employee or you have somebody you want to add to this account, and you do not want to give them full access to the account. You want to give them just partial access. What you want them to do, you can just put them here. That way they can't even delete the business account. But if you want them to have full control, you can just give them admin rights. Admin rights means they're going to have full control and full access of the account. So this is for select people. After that, you now assign a business role to them. So the role is going to be that employee that might not necessarily be an employee, but someone you want to have access to the account, but partially, the person doesn't have to do everything. You are going to, the person has just certain, if you click on this now, you will see certain restrictions that the person is going to have to the account. And then you have admin. Admin is, these ones are not necessary currently. Admin is the person will have full access. The person can manage everything on the account, give access to other people, remove anybody from the account, including you. So you should be sure of who you want to add to your account, because the person can remove you as well once the person has admin rights. So if the person is a dubious person, you might have a problem. And if someone removes you, it might be quite difficult to get your account back. The person can remove you, you can add and remove business assets, can give access to other people, and can also delete the business account if necessary. So you can just quickly run through this. After that, they're going to ask you to confirm the access you're granting to the person. Then you're going to review the invitation if you want to review the invitation, and then you can just select on done, and the person is going to accept the invite either through email or through their Facebook account. That depends on what they use and or where they get the notification. I bet this is clear. Are you guys following?
Yes, sir. Yes, we're following.
Yes, it's clear.
All right, thank you. This is partners. Clicking on system users. This is partners. So we might not really need to dive through all of these many stuffs, but let me just show you the quick basics of what it looks like and what you should know, so that when you want to run an ad, you know how you're doing it. So this is for a business that has partners. You understand? This business currently doesn't have any partner. So partners to share assets with, you can give them permission to work on your assets so they can help you manage your page or your ads. This is like maybe you have a business and you want to, you have a partner, you have a partnership, and both of you are partnering together. You can give them access to work on this, your accounts. You can share assets to them. You can partner them to request. You can add a new partner and request on someone's behalf as well. So this is for this part. You can either add a new partner or request for their assets as well. Let's just be very quick on this. Okay. This is system users. They are managed system. All the system users will be listed there. So if you have any system users, all these ones are just really not so too deep. You can just skip this. Then you can now go to pages. So this is where it's important, because if you want to run an ad on Facebook, you need to have a Facebook page to run an ad on Facebook. So you can go and create a page on Facebook, or you can come here and add pages. Do you see this? So if you click on add pages, you can create a new Facebook page from here. You can claim an existing page if you already have a page. You tap on this, and when you tap on this, it's going to show you your existing pages on your Facebook account, and then you can claim it. And then you can also request to share a Facebook page. So you can request to share a page with somebody. So this is maybe like agencies. Yeah, it's already written here. Best for agencies who need access to their clients' page. They are Facebook, they are marketing agencies that run big marketing for big brands. So they can ask the brand to give them access to the page by clicking here. You just put in the page you want, and Facebook is going to give you, Facebook is going to send a notification to the admin. And if the admin knows that you need access to the page, they'll grant you access to the page, and you have rights to run ads or do what you need to do for the company or the client. But this year, you can create a new Facebook page from here. Like I said, you must have a Facebook page to be able to run an ad successfully on Facebook. You can claim an existing Facebook page if you have already. So you just need to manage it here in this business account, and then you can request to share a page from this one. That's mostly for maybe you have somebody that wants to, maybe you run out to run out, somebody wants to run an ad on their page. You can simply ask them for access to their page through your account, and they're going to give it to you. Okay, you just get some notification. Then add accounts. Ad account simply means advertisement accounts. So for the ad accounts are what you're going to use to run ad. It's an ad account you use to run an ad. You can simply come here and you see add accounts. So you can either create a new ad account, which is necessary for you to create. So let me click on create new ad account. You put the ad account name. You put the time zone where you're staying in. I'm not creating a new ad account, so I don't need to just put all of that. But please look for the correct time zone, because Facebook can be crazy. You look for the correct time zone, it's even difficult to search. See, you can't even search. So you have to scroll down and down and down, and maybe look for something that is pertaining to Africa and Nigeria. This is Africa. This is Africa Abidjan. This is Africa Accra. This is Africa Lomé. There's supposed to be Africa Lagos. And it's not here. I think they've taken that out. Normally, there's always Africa Lagos. I can't see Africa Lagos. So, yes, this is Africa Lagos. Good. So you put in Africa Lagos as your time zone. You choose the currency you want to use to pay on Facebook. Is in US dollars. Is in US dollars currently. So you have to choose Nigerian Naira, because you are going to be paying with Naira. Except you want to be paying with dollars, then that's fine. You click on it. Okay. And then let's say add account name. What will I call this now? Let me call this what will I call this? Someone suggest a name for me. I didn't get you. Okay.
PowerUP Bootcamp.
PowerUP Bootcamp. Okay, let's just say PowerUP Bootcamp for the ad account. And you click on next, and you have to agree to meta steps. One create a business admin to have full control of this account to be also be able to manage the ad accounts. So you should click on next. You now create an ad account. This action is not allowed. What happened? Maybe this is the wrong account. So I can change this. But you've seen the steps. It's quite easy. Okay, this account has issues. Yeah, this account had issues. So that's why I can't add another account here. But that's just the simple basic step. And then one thing you will need to know, one thing I'll tell you to select when, okay, I'll go to that now. I'll go to payment method. That's a payment method. But that's how to create an ad account. Business asset groups, apps. This is if you have an app. If you have an application and you want to link up your application with your Facebook account. Yeah. So if you have an app and you want to click up, like add up your app to this account, so you can be able to manage your app or run ads on your app as well, because technology is really driven now. You can just simply add your app here and that's it. You have a commerce account, maybe you have a website, an e-commerce website or whatever, you can add it here as well. You can add it here as well. But that's for maybe later. So let's just concentrate on social media. These Instagram accounts, You can add an Instagram account here, but you cannot create an Instagram account here. There's even though it is owned by the same person, being Mark, you can see it only has option for add Instagram account. Mark owns all of them, but you cannot create an Instagram account here, unlike a Facebook page where you can create a Facebook page here. So you're just going to add an Instagram account if you already have. If you do not have an Instagram account, you have to go to Instagram and create an account. Now, I'll give you a trick on how to create an Instagram account to avoid it from being banned or brought down. The thing is that once you create an Instagram account and you get the account created, first thing you have to do is you have to first of all take action on that account. One, you follow someone. You can just have a friend there. Follow somebody, ask the person to follow you back. Go to an account, especially maybe a popular account, like the account, like the person's page, or like the person's post, and make a comment as well. Do you understand? Because if you don't take these actions when you create an Instagram account, the Instagram algorithm immediately reads your account as a bot, a BOT. And they are trying to reduce the amount of bots on Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter. The bots are too much and they are disturbing the whole system and the whole algorithm. So Facebook devised a system where if the account does not take any activity immediately, then it is taken as a bot. So you have to, first of all, take these steps. You follow an account and you ask somebody to follow you as well, or you follow back. And you go to an account, you like something that is being posted, you make a comment as well. That way, the Instagram algorithm knows that, okay, you're not a bot, you're a real person. And then you go and set up your profile immediately. Put whatever you want to put on your profile. It's quite simple. It's not difficult. It's quite an easy trick to do. But you just need to know this trick so that you can be able to navigate through Instagram without getting banned the moment you set up your account. So even if they don't ban you immediately and you do not take these actions earlier on, and you might still get banned later, but I think it's mostly immediately. People who get banned later on are people who maybe go against Facebook policies and Meta policies. So you need to be able to also know Meta policies. Meta policies are online. You can just simply go and read up Meta policies. You can also add WhatsApp accounts here. You can also add your WhatsApp account here. So you can see how it is an all-in-one platform to manage all of Meta services. Very soon, I'm sure they will add Thread because Thread is just out. So it will soon add Thread. You know, Thread just came out. So maybe they have not linked it up here, but you can add the WhatsApp account here. See, you can add WhatsApp account. So you just click on add WhatsApp account and link your WhatsApp account to this page. So it's quite simple. It's quite simple. So done. This is add WhatsApp account. So all right, guys. So just a moment, let it load. Yeah. So you see, this was the add WhatsApp account icon. So you see, save time with WhatsApp in inbox. Get more done when you set up a WhatsApp account in inbox. So you manage your WhatsApp here, both Instagram, Facebook Messenger, all of this. You can invite people to on your team to help manage conversations on your WhatsApp account. So if your business has grown to a very big extent where you can no longer manage all the influx of messages coming in, you can still be the owner of your WhatsApp account, but you can invite people to help you manage conversations that pertain to your business. You can also respond to messages here from your Meta Business app from here as well. Just need to add up your phone number, and then that is all set. I think that is that. Is it clear? Is it quite clear? Hope it's not confusing, right?
It's clear.
It's clear. All right, thank you. All right, it's clear. Okay. So that's on that. This one's data sources catalogs. This one are for later. You don't need to dive into it now. Just the basics. Okay, so that's on that. That's the whole account setup and all of that. I best it's clear. So when you have an ad account already on the page and you have a page, you can then dive into running an ad. So now let's go here. You guys can see my mouse, right? You can see my mouse.
Yes, we can see it.
Right, nice. So you can, this is what they call a content planner in your Meta account. This is a content planner. Let me just click it open. So let's just wait for that asset to open. Yep. So this is what this does. So instead of maybe you've had a series of contents that you want to be posting on your platform, you can just simply come here. Maybe you have a content calendar. You already have the content line. You can just come here and you begin to put the content here. This is Monday today. You can schedule a content. So you see, you can schedule posts, a post, you can schedule a story. Maybe you want something to go on your Instagram story or your Facebook story. You can schedule it here. You can create a rule and you can also create an ad from here. This now will schedule your ad or schedule your post to, you can now set the time which you want your post to go live. Say I want a post to go live on Wednesday, this Wednesday, right? I can come here and schedule my post for Wednesday.
Round up.
All right, are you guys with me? Yeah.
Yes.
So good. So you can come here to schedule your post. So this is how to schedule a post. You see? So this is after clicking on schedule, you can just do it tab by tab, tab by tab. So you see, this is the date. So you can choose the date. You can select a time. This is tomorrow by 7:10. That is, this is today. Sorry, today is 10th of July, right? Tomorrow, you can select it. You can select the time. So you can say tomorrow, 11th. You select the time you want your post to go. This is for Instagram and this is for Facebook. You know, you can post separately for Instagram and you can post separately for Facebook. You can also have the same content and you want both of them to go live on the same platform. You simply come here, select the same time, the same date for the both of them, and then you save. You save. Once you save, you can then come here and put the content. You can select the content here. Okay, this is how the content will appear here. This is where you can add the content that you want before you schedule. So you can come here and add photo. You can upload it from your desktop or you can get it from a file manager. You can add a video. You can use already made templates from here. So if I want to add a photo, I can just go to my desktop and go look for a photo. I don't know. I have so let's just say I want to add this. I think this was something I did for someone sometime. So you just see how it is. So it's uploading the photo. So it's, yeah, so this is it. This is how it's going to appear on your Facebook feed. You see.
I shut down.
If you want to see how it's going to appear on your Instagram, while it's loading, then come here and then you put your text. Exactly, this is how it appears on Instagram. We all know how Instagram. Whose mic is on? Please, can you mute, please? Thank you. I have to just be fast with this, yeah. So this is a text. You know those texts we put. So you can custom post for both Instagram and Facebook. You can if you click on custom customized post for Instagram. If you click on customized post for Instagram and Facebook, you're going to be posting, say you have different write-ups for the different accounts. You can then come here and select the one you want to put on Facebook, and then you click on this for Instagram, type the text.
You can remind me tomorrow.
Okay. Can I?
Sorry, Beauty, Tosin, and Lukman. Can you please mute your mic?
Can you please help
Beauty,
me out,
Tosin, Lukman. Please mute your mic, please. Beauty, Tosin, and Lukman, please.
Mute your. All right, guys. I don't know. I think I got disconnected again. Sorry. Admin, please enable me share my screen again, please. Is admin here? All right, guys, just hold on, please, while I sort out how to share my screen. Thank you. All right, guys, please just hold on. I need to find a way to share my screen so that I can continue from where I stopped. But I believe we're following so far. Is the process difficult?
Not at all, not at all. It's very fine, very clear.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I hope it's not so difficult to understand. So I'm just trying to take it as slow as I can and steady so that everybody can be carried along and understand. Okay. All right. Okay. You guys can see my screen now, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so this is where I stopped. I think this is quite simple. So you customize for Facebook, customize for Instagram. You know what you want to do, and this one is for get more messages and all of that. Yeah, this is quite simple. So you just use this to schedule your post. publish this immediately, I'll just click on publish now. And if I want to schedule, I have to click on schedule. So if I click on publish now, I can just type in my text. Is the picture already? I can decide to type in my text and publish it, and it will go live immediately. And if I choose on schedule, then I have to select the time and when I want to post it on which of the platforms. So maybe I want to post on Instagram. See, I want this to come on Instagram July 11th, being I think tomorrow. And then I want the one for Instagram to come up on Wednesday. I'll just change the date to Wednesday, 10 a.m. This one 11 p.m. I can change the time to whatever I want. You have to understand when your target audience are mostly on their platforms. Yeah. So you have to understand mostly when they are using or when they are mostly interactive on the platform. So it takes some level of testing. By then you must have been doing some postings online, and you must have understood that it's at least a considerate amount of time rates where your clients or your buyers or people that are supposed to patronize you are mostly consistent. Maybe some of them are consistent from, say, maybe 7 p.m. in the evening because they go to work and come back and they have to freshen. Some are always on their phone throughout. It just depends on how you are able to study them and know when, and then you just schedule a post and then you just post it. And this is quite simple. You can decide to boost your post here, and that's for like running an ad. But we'll just leave that and we'll just cancel this and go back. So I'll just discard the changes, and then I'll go back to this place. Yeah, so I guess that was quite simple. So this is your home button. This is inbox. In this inbox, you can see messages. This is content. From this content, you can see, let's just open up. So we're going to see what it comes up. Yeah, so these are contents that you have posted. Yeah, so from here, you can see the contents that you have posted online before. You can see your post and your reels, everything you have posted online. So far as you're using an Instagram page, that is going to see the number of people that engaged. As you can see, this is it. You can see the number of engagements. You can see likes and reactions. You can see people that commented, number of comments. You can see shares. You can be able to track it. You can track. From there, you can track and know what is doing well and what is not doing well. And then you just try to work on it and just move on from there. You can see stories. You can see reels. You can see feed and grid. You can even see people that mention and tag you. You can see people that mentioned and tag your account. You're going to see all of this. Okay, so let that just load up and let's just see. Network is slow, it's so slow. Sorry guys, network is it's a bit slow, but let's just see. Okay. This was for WhatsApp. Okay. So this is still loading. I don't know why it's so slow. Okay, this is it. What did I click on? Facebook Insights and all of that. You can create a reel from here. You can create a post as well. Active, you can schedule. This is for content. So this is ads. You can see your ads here, but that's not where we are going to go because this is, I not advise you to actually take up this side. You can see insights and all tools. So this is quite simple. You can just, you guys on your, maybe later on, you can just play around, just create your own Facebook business account and just play around with all of this, get to understand what they are, just know what they are doing, and then try to see how you can use them to advantage for your own business and your own service that you're rendering. So these are a couple of business accounts I already have on this platform. These are Facebook pages. that I have access to, that I help to maybe run brands and promotions for. So you can just click there and you can also see all of them. Now, if you come here, you see all tools. This is this 3 line, 1, 2, 3 on the left here. You click on that, and that's all tools. And all tools is going to take you yeah. This is where you see the whole tools, like all encompassing about this for content, the one I showed you. You can schedule, publish, manage your posts, see all the posts you've been making, access your Facebook photos and all of that. This inbox lead center where you can see your leads, people that have been. Find this account quality to know the quality of your ads or the quality of your accounts, and then you can know ads that are not complying with advertising policy, so you can know what to do. This is ads from ad manager. This is very important. Billings and payments, very, very important. This will determine how Facebook is going, in as much as you're going to do when you're creating your ad account as well. This also determines how Facebook is going to be collecting their money when you intend to run an ad. They want your money, just like you also want something from them. So they're offering you a service and you have to pay for it. So let's just load up so we can see what it means. So we can quickly go down to where you can create an ad. Then we can round up this class for today. I think I need to leave this country. I need to leave Nigeria because Nigeria is not working. Network is so slow. My internet connection is unstable. Loading everlasting. Come on, come on, come on. All right, so I don't know why it's taking this much time to load. I don't think I have all the time in the world to wait for this. But this is where you set up your whole billings and payments options. This is where you know how you're going to be billed. Okay, so this EcoCreep business account, I think this has some issues, so I work with this one. Let this account open. So from here, you can see billings and payments. You can see how much you can intend to run an ad. You can decide to choose how you're going to be billed, what payment platform you're going to choose. Can you just open? Yep. So I think you can see this.
Yes, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see here. This is payment activity. All the payments have been done. This is to add a payment method. When you are creating your Facebook account, please and please, I think I should skip this. Make sure it's going to appear. It's going to give you the option to choose prepaid and postpaid. For the purpose of clarity, always select prepaid, except you are a big man that has money to dash Facebook. Prepaid funds is they would you fund the account to run an ad. So what it means is that when you say something is prepaid, like we have a prepaid meter, so you have to how will I put it? You have to load be collecting
You load the amount you want to spend. So when the amount
as
exhausts, the
pertaining your
advert
budget.
stops.
If you load 10,000, they're not going to exceed 10,000. If you exceed, they will start running the ad without any money at all. They won't even charge you, and the ad will run. It's done running. They will then bill your account, whichever account you add. They will then bill your account with any amount that they analyzed or at which they used to. They put out your ad and you the ad run for say maybe 7 days, and in that 7 days maybe your ad budget was supposed to be say 20,000, depends on how far the ad went. So that is prepaid funds is always quite advisable. And then this is where you add your payment method. You can choose debit or credit card, Naira payment with MasterCard, Visa or PayU. This is this PayU is actually more advisable because you can always do this anytime. You don't necessarily need, for this now you have to input your card details and leave it permanently here. But for this one, you don't really need to put your card details and leave it permanently. When you want to run an ad, they'll just provide the option and then you just put in your card details and get your money. This is ad credit. This is in case you have an ad credit. Sometimes they give you ad credits. Facebook give what they call ad credit, or somebody can give you ad credit as well. That's like, oh yeah, just take this one, dash, use it and run ad. So you can use that to run your ad as well. So that's for billing and payment option. So let's just leave that and let's just dive back to where we're supposed to be. Yeah, so we'll come down to ads manager. This is to create ads, very simple. But let's start from ad manager. You click on ad manager. It's going to open the ads manager account. This is where you can manage every activity for your ad. You can run your ads from here. You can choose whatever ad, choose your ad set, choose your location, and determine whatever you want to run from the ads manager. You can simply do it. Let the ads manager load. While that is loading, you can also run your ad from this place as well. You come home. If you go home, let's just load. If that goes to home, you can see where you can just simply start running an ad. Okay, while that is loading, let me just show you guys what we're doing. This ads manager now still loading. Okay. So this is the home page. Yeah, right. This is the home page. And if you want to create an ad, you can just simply click here, create ad. And it's going to pop up. The screen is going to pop up. The screen is going to, and then you can choose your goal from here. So this is get started with automated ads. This one is Facebook. We're going to automate the ad for you. They'll do the whole ad campaign, everything for you. This one is to boost an Instagram post or reel. Say you have an Instagram post that you posted sometime, and maybe you saw that the post was doing well organically without boosting. And then you're like, okay, well, if this post is doing well, why not I boost the post? You can boost your post away from here. You can get more website visitors. If you have a website, you can always connect your website to Facebook and you can get more website visitors. You can boost your Facebook content. You can promote your page. You can get more WhatsApp messages. You can get leads. You can get more messages. It just depends on the action you want to take. You choose an action that is best for you, and then you just click from here. This is like the very easiest way or the easiest method to go. But it doesn't give you full details of your ad or how you're going to, or how the ad is going to navigate. So this ads manager is supposed to open because this is where you're going to get full details about the ad sets, how you're going to get new leads and all of those stuff that pertains to the ad. It can be done from here. Or let me just use this as an instance first. So let's say we want to get leads. Let's say we want to get leads. Do you guys know what are leads? Okay, let me see the chart. Okay. Can somebody just explain what idea you have about leads for me, please? What do you think are leads? Anybody want to comment?
For me, I think leads are those funnels you direct people to. Like you make a post on your Instagram and you say, click the link in our bio. The link could be sending your buyers to your email or to your website or to your WhatsApp. I think is where you draw conclusions on your orders or make business deals.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yes, you're correct. Does any other person want to attempt? Any other attempt? Anybody?
Hello?
Leads are potential clients or buyers.
Internet connection is dealing with me. Hello, can you guys hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear now.
All right. I'm so sorry for the whole network glitches. Okay, so leads are simply getting your client details for you to be able to follow up or remarket. So I can decide to put up a leads form and get emails. I can decide to get phone numbers. Leads can also be, and these leads are to get them so that you can use other channels to drive traffic to and get conversion. So say for instance, I have a website and I want to, but that's going to be more advanced, but let me just use for the Facebook instance now. So I have a website and I want to get leads because I want to drag people to my website to go and check something. I can decide to post a nice content and instead of redirecting them directly to Facebook, I want to take my time. I can then decide to okay, sorry. So I can decide to say, okay, I want to take these people to my website. And I decide to say, all right, this is my lead form. I want to get your emails. You put something that is actually attractive to them. Maybe you offer something for free, or you put a good content, and maybe you want to get, you know their problems and they want to be on your wait list or something like that. You get their leads. You can then follow them up through emails by sending them email messages. You can also still decide to like redirect them straight again to your Instagram or to your website. But that would be more of like taking them away from Meta. And to get the best result from Meta these days, you have to just stay on Meta from what I've understood. Okay, I think the ad manager is open now. So let's just go down to ads manager. Yeah, this is it. So this is quite simple. This is account overview. These are campaigns, ads reporting, audiences, ad account settings, billings, and all of these ones. All these ones are, I think we've already had looks at all of this. So if you want to create an ad, you simply go to create. Okay, simply click on create. It's loading. Let's see what it loads out. Create. All of them are just the same. It's slowing us down in a bit. So I don't want to confuse us. I want to stick to this place. I want to stick here, and I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. So okay, so let me just take you through this place. So it's almost the same thing, but from the ads manager, I think is more concise. From here, well, that is loading. Now you see why I told you that this place I don't really enjoy it, which is more advisable because Meta wants you to continue to stay on Meta. They want you to continue to stay on their platform. But if you click here, it's limited. If I open it on Ads Manager, you would have seen the option to get leads on Meta being Facebook's own developed form. Facebook going to develop their own leads form for you. And you're also going to see how you can also get it from other sources, maybe to drive them to your website, just like somebody suggested, and also other sources that you can use. But from this part, it is just on Meta. So let's just say you want to collect leads, you want to collect contact info from people on Facebook. Then you're going to have to create a leads form like this. So you're going to create a new form. You click on create new form. This is just for leads. Ads Manager gives you several other options. And it's crazy that it's still loading till now. So this is leads. You can decide to input what you want to input on it. So these are questions. You can ask questions. This is more like providing info below. This leads form will have a content that will let them um, want to click on it. You understand? So maybe you say you want to drive leads. Maybe you're doing a, say, like that lady that said, let me use shortlet for an instance. The lady that says she runs a shortlet. Say you want to get leads of your clients or the people that are supposed to be your clients. You can put it up like, okay, we offer social services for people that have issues and like their privacy. Just make it a bit interesting that they want to click on it and they want to leave you their information. So you can say people, just buttress on people that need privacy and that are also going to want to use your shortlets. And that way you can create a leads campaign from this. This is like creating a new form. You begin to add questions. You can choose the language, the form language. Of course, it's going to be English. You can add questions here. You can, this is place for full name, phone number, email. You can select any of these options to add to the form. Say I want to choose street address. It's going to come out here. You can be seeing the outline of the form here and how the form looks like. I can choose date of birth. I can choose gender. I can choose job title, and then maybe company name if I'm dealing with brands. And then I'm going to see all of them are going to appear here, so the people can be able to fill them as a form, and then you can decide to then add your own custom questions. So these are like short questions. You click on add question, you type a very short question. Your list form should be very short and simple, straight to the point. You just add questions, short, simple, direct answers. They get what they want, you get what you want, and then you leave them to go. You add the question, and that's it. That's for leads. That's quite simple on this. I want to show you on Ads Manager what it looks like. Ads Manager is also going to give you options for sales. It's going to give you options for awareness. It's going to give you different options. And I'm wondering why it's so slow. I'm guessing that if it doesn't come up now, I will have to push it again and try to do it next time. I don't know. So let's see. These are boost Instagram page, get more messages, get more leads, boost Facebook content. Okay, now let's say we want to get more website visitors. Let me click on get more website visitors. So this is still loading. I don't think this is correct. So let me reload the page. Okay, so this is get more website visitors. So you're going to add an ad creative, like I showed you the last time, that you need to add what we call an ad creative. So an ad creative is what kind of pictures or messaging do you want? You can decide to add a designed picture. You can decide to just put a normal picture. You can decide to do a video, but it has to be of high quality so that people will actually feel the need to want to click on your ad. And another thing is your ad content, which is your ad content, what message you place on your ad has to be very, 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 will I say, appealing enough. The message has to be emotional enough, because the truth is, people or human beings, especially buying decisions or taking service decisions, more on emotions than intuition. If you see something, the first thing that makes you want to buy that thing is first your emotion, before you then start thinking of other things that matter about that product. And that's the same, that's what applies here. So if you're writing an ad copy, the ad copy has to be emotional enough or touch the pain points of the audience enough to make them want to click on your ad or want to take the action that you want them to take. So say, I don't know what I'll put here. Say, I want to say, are you having, will I say, are you having arthritis? Just go with me. Are you having arthritis? Question mark. Have you tried several products and none is working? Sorry, typo errors. Have you tried several products and none is working? And let's say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, that's because those products, those didn't have XYZ, blah, blah, blah. A very simple copy that just reels in your audience. Anybody that has arthritis, if once they check this, once they first see this, are you having arthritis? It first of all reels them in. And then have you tried several products and it's not working, especially those who have tried products and it's not working. And then you let them know that, okay, it is not their fault. It's because you didn't have so and so, or it's because so and so was not told to you about this and this and that. But this is this, and this is that. And a very clear and simple something. If your hard copies are mostly advised to be shorter because you want to drag people to another platform, maybe you have a landing page where you want them to go and see the full stuff online, but then hard copies are just very short. You just put in what you want to put. Then you can select multiple images. If I want to put more than one picture, then it's called a carousel. So I can simply click on select media. I can go to I can upload. If I don't have the picture on my Meta account, maybe it's not on my account, I can decide to go and upload it from, these are pictures already on my Meta account that I've uploaded. I can decide to go to my, my images, my pictures, and then I can decide to upload whatever. You guys can, all right. So I can decide to go here and I can decide to upload whatever picture that I want to upload. So say I want to upload this and this, I'll just click on this, you hold control, I can click on this and upload it here, and it's going to be added here to the upload session. So this one has opened now. So it's going to upload here, fine, and it's already added to that list. So this is it, 2. I can decide to upload another one. Let me just upload one more. Or let me just add this. Say this is 3 that I want to show on my carousel ad. And I can decide to add any other one again. And that is it. And then I select. So once I select, it means that my ad is going to appear this way. If you're looking, you're going to see how your ad preview is going to be appearing on this part of your screen. You see an ad preview. So my ad is going to appear this way. There are going to be multiple images. So you see, so people can just scroll and go through the images. So this can be, maybe you have several products that look different and that are enticing. You just add different images and then people can see the images. You can decide to add a video. I think a video is just one video that actually tells what you want. Then you can change the headline. This is the headline. See, you can choose a reading headline. So I can see, and the headline is not going to be more than 25 characters. So I can see, what do I say now? Stop arthritis in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So let's say this is my headline. Stop arthritis in 2 weeks. You'll be curious to know how I can stop arthritis in 2 weeks, how you can stop arthritis in 2 weeks. So that's where the ad copy comes in. And then you tell them what you want to tell them, your ad copy that relates to this. And then you come down to the website that you want to drag them to if you have a website. Then you choose the button label you want that they will click. You can see several labels. You can see apply now, book now, contact us, download, learn more, request time, see menu, shop now, whatever. You can just select whichever applies to your business or whichever applies to the hard copy. If you want them to book a session, you can say book now. If you want them to contact you, maybe you want WhatsApp, you can change this link here and put your WhatsApp link. You can say contact us. If it's an app, it can be downloaded. And learn more means maybe you want to take them to maybe another page where there's more information for them to learn about what you posted. Request time, see menu, sign up. If you want them to sign up to a platform, watch more if it's a video, maybe it's a very short video, the video is raining and they watch the first maybe few seconds and they love it. I want them to watch more. They can decide to click here and watch more. If it's a donation, they can donate and that is it. And then you advantage ad creative. This is advisable to keep on for the now because Facebook will help you if you to add creative and help your ad to be created to versions of people when likely to improve performance. Yeah. So help Facebook delivers this, you to now deliver your ad to a proper audience that they feel like, okay, these are the audience that can actually take instance of this. If you want to, if you're running an ad about employment, housing, social issues, election, or politics, you have to click on this, and Facebook are going to give you this has its own restrictions on the kind of ad you're going to run as well. This is advantage audience. I do not advise that you choose advantage audience when running an ad. So I think this should be turned off, and you can edit audience details by yourself. So I'll just click here, and I'll prefer people I choose through targeting. So this is, you see, so it has taken off advantage audience now. Custom audiences, this is a different thing. This one, you have to keep it in your Meta business account. This will not be today. This is going to be easier for you, people you choose through targeting. So you just select that. You click here. If it's only men, you click on only men. If it's only women, you select only women. You select the age range. The age range advised to run an ad is mostly between 22 to you can say maybe 50 or 55, depends on who. Say 50 or 55. Yeah, you choose the age range. You select the locations that they are. You can see it's quite simple. If it's Lagos, if it's Abuja, if it's Kaduna, you want the ad to be placed for people in that location, you just select it there. Detailed targeting, these are maybe you want to add other things. So you see the audience is defined. So my audience is kind of defined, and it's going to an estimated audience of over 7.3 million to 8.6 million people. That's what it's going to reach. But this is just in Lagos, and this is without an ad budget yet. So this is detailed targeting, where you can search for interest via demographics. So you see this is education, financial, life events. If this relates to your ad that you want to run, then that's fine. You can search for it here, fitness and wellness, business and industry, entertainment, leisure, sports and outdoors. You can go to behaviors as well. It's going to show you different options that you can select to make your ad more detailed. So that's very simple on that. It's not really much of a big deal. So let me go back to Ads Manager. I think it's open now. This was an ad that I was trying to create. So let's say create again. Hopefully it loads faster this time around. It's loading. Okay. Now this is what I was talking about on Ads Manager. Yep. The class is supposed to be over. So let me just show you this. This is Ads Manager. So you see, these are different awareness objectives, the campaign objectives. This is for awareness, of course. This is why I tell you that I prefer Ad Manager to that other way. I don't know if you guys are seeing it with me, because the other part is a bit more constrained. It's restricted to some level of at which you can run the ad, but this gives you viable options. So you see, this is create an awareness. If I want to run an awareness campaign, this is it. Like big brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, they run awareness ads. It gives you more reach to audience. It builds your brand awareness. It gives video views. It also gives store location awareness. You don't want them to do anything. You just want them to be aware that my brand exists. This is me. This is traffic. This is if you want to take people from to another destination. Say maybe you have a link and you want them to click on it. You have landing page and you want them to go to your landing page. You want to take them to Facebook, to your Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. You want them for calls. This is for engagement. Engagement is likes, comments, and all of those stuff. These are the leads I was talking about. So you see, these are leads, and you collect leads for your page. You have instant forms, Messenger, Instagram, conversion. This is to promote an app, and this is for sales. If you want to drive sales, so this one takes them to another location. So let's start with leads. Let's say our campaign objective is leads, and we click on leads. So click on leads, and yeah, so this is it. So you now rename your campaign. Call it whatever you want to call it. Give it a campaign name. So I will say this campaign name is say black sports campaign, or black sports, depends on what you want to call it. Say I call it black sports campaign, and then I come here. You select add category. If this does not apply to you, just leave it. So is it an ad for employment, housing, social issues? And we're not running an ad of that, so we're going to skip this because these ones have their own rules and policies guiding how you can run ads in this category. Now, this is an auction type. So this is on default already on Facebook, and I think it's already on default here. This is what works, and this is what it should be. The campaign objective is leads. You want to drive leads. You want to get leads. Do not turn this on because you're not trying to do A/B testing. You're not trying to test two ads against each other. So you just leave it on. You just leave it off like this. Campaign advantage campaign budget. You can also leave it off like this. Let me see more options. Campaign spending limits, non-added. I don't think we want to add a campaign spending limit yet, but you can set your campaign spending limit, how much you want your limit to be for this particular campaign. So once you set that limit, the campaign is going to be off. So let's just turn that off for now. This is advantage campaign budget is turned off because we distribute it across. Okay, we can turn this on because Facebook helps to distribute your ad evenly with the campaign that you set. So if you put on 10,000 naira in your ad, Facebook can, let's distribute this 10,000 across this ad, across a certain number of days. So they're going to place it where they feel like this is best for this ad, and this is the best people that are going to get it. So you can then choose your budget here. You can choose, so let's say I choose 5,000 naira. I want to run my ad with 5,000 naira, and this is a daily budget. You can choose lifetime. I prefer lifetime. I prefer you choose lifetime because your lifetime budget is set at 5,000. I can't be better 5,000. So I want to do 5K for daily budget, for lifetime budget. Okay, lifetime budget. The difference between daily and lifetime is if it's daily budget will be taking your amount by the day. So if say is a 10-day ad, they're going to be taking 1,000 per day. But lifetime budget means every day they'll be charging you a different amount, depends on the amount of conversions and the activity that took place on that particular day. So it's spread across. So the day that Facebook gives you more leads, that day they charge you higher. The day they give you less, that day they charge you less, but it's still going to be within the same amount that you've chosen for your campaign. This one is to schedule the ad. So let's just go to the next, so you can see what comes up. I'll click on next, and this is the next page. So now this is the ad set. For the ad set, you can create a template. For the ad set. So that means the ad set is going to be what you want the ad to look like. So this is a cookie page. This is the ad creative. So why this is something. So you can just create the ad set for me. You can this is so slow. I don't know why it's taking so much time. This is where you add your text, just like you added text in the other one. This is where you add your text. So just like I added a text of do you want arthritis and all of that stuff, you can add your text here. This is headline. You can choose a headline here. This is the call to action, what you want the call to action button to be, which is what I showed you earlier. It's pretty much the same thing. Order now, call now, shop now, sign up, subscribe, and all of those stuff. And this is the message template. This is for questions, tracking, URL parameters, and all of that. So this is, you add the text option. You can simply add the description, and then you add the headline. You can change your headline. You can put your headline to be whatever you want your headline to be. You can add a primary text. Tell people what your ad is about. Another option for primary text. All these are pretty simple. They're not really much. So for the ad creative, this is where you can select the media. You add your image that you want. So let's say we add an image here, and then so I'll just run this through really quick so that we can just jump in and see how the ad is going to run. But are you guys understanding, please? I hope I'm not too fast, or I'm not making it ambiguous. Is it?
No, no, really.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so sorry, I've dived into the time a little. I'll soon turn down. I'll soon end the class. So this is pretty much like what I showed you earlier. These are images that are already on the account. This is what you can check here for that. Is on Instagram. You can check for that on the Facebook page. Recommended. You can also upload, just like I told you. You can decide to upload an image through this place as well. And okay, let's say I want to use this. I just simply click on this, and then I click on next. And this is how my ad is going to show. Come on. So it's going to give you this is why the business messenger is the ad manager is better. It will now show you a preview of how your ad is going to appear on different sections. So this is in feed for maybe this is for stories and reels. This is how it's going to appear. If you want it to appear on stories and reels, we are going to get to that where you can turn off where you don't want your ads to appear. This is feeds in-stream ads for videos and reels. This is how it's going to appear here. This is if somebody searches for a keyword that you use in your ad, and then it's going to appear here. It's going to appear this way. So let's just click on done. So just click on done and wait for it to get done, since everything is on its own. Who wants to scatter my ear? It's a single image, not a carousel. So it's going to be a single image and not a carousel. Multi-advertiser ads, I think you might not really need this. Just depends on if you want it. You can turn it off. You can just click it off. Cost per result may rise due to. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. This is for leads. So you can use this to get leads. So you can select, you can create what you want your leads to look like. Sorry, I'm just trying to rush this. You can select your headline, which I haven't put yet. You can put a description, and you already selected your ad budget and all of that. Tracking events, data sets, and continue, blah, 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 blah. This one is website events. Maybe you want to track it, but this you have to add You have to install a Facebook pixel on your website. So maybe you want it to be on your website, you have to include a Facebook pixel there. And you no longer need to select a domain for your web events. There's nothing you need to do for this. URL parameter, all of this. But then, but the thing is, this particular one now, the leads are going to be coming to your messenger. From here, it appears on stories and reels and search results and all of this. So it's pretty much easy. It's not really hard. It's really easy to run. So let's say we decide to publish this ad. If you want to publish an ad, you just simply click on publish and add. They'll show you. I think this is where they will put where you can. Once you click on publish, they are going to give you, okay, so they are showing me that there are certain things I haven't finished on the ad. So it's pretty much simple. It's just that easy to set up an ad. You can decide to just play around with it and maybe decide to, okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. First of all, you're going to set up your account manager because of errors. Yeah, so it's not going to publish because of errors. So what you're going to do, you're going to set up your business account manager. You're going to set up an ad account, and then you're going to run a small ad. Just run an ad of 3 days. That's the limit. Just run an ad of 3 days and say maybe the network is bad. So you guys can hear me, right? Can just run an ad of 3 days.
Yes, we can hear you.
Maybe you just put a budget of, say, you put in maybe 1,000 naira or 1,500, as the case might be, and just see what comes up. So this is where I decided to take my leads from. As you can see, I chose a lead and I chose Messenger. This is why I said Ads Manager gives you more insights, because I can decide to choose instance forms, which is that one I showed you the first time from here, from this other part of the page where they had to put instance forms. Or I can choose instant forms here. I can decide to take my leads from Messenger. I can decide to put both instant forms and Messenger. I can decide to take my leads through Instagram chats where they have to chat me up on Instagram. I can still take them through my website. I can decide to take it as calls. So this gives you numerous options to play with. So it's not like limited that you must have to do it on Meta and all of those. You have to Meta's apps, names and apps of all of this. Budget and schedule, start dates, set your start dates, define your audience. So this is where you define your audience, just like I showed you the first time, detailed targets and all of that. Placements, yes. What I said I was going to show you. So instead of using advantage plus placement, it means that Facebook is going to post your ad across most of their platforms where they feel your target audience are. That is if you want advantage plus placement. But if you do not want that, which I don't advise, you click on manual paid placement and select the platforms you want. As you can see, this is where they would have posted my ad: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, Audience Network, feeds, Facebook feed, Instagram feed, marketplace, video feeds, and all of this. I don't want all of this. And I don't think you want that either. I don't think you want to add all the places. So you can decide to say you take off maybe Messenger, you take off Audience Network. It's going to show on Facebook and Instagram. That's where I want my leads to appear. Then on feeds, I want Facebook feed and Instagram feed. I don't want it to appear on Marketplace, so I turn it off. I don't want it to appear on Facebook video feeds. If it's a video app, if it's a video ad, I can like to appear on video feeds. If it's not, I can turn it off. Instagram Explore, I can turn this off as well. I don't think I want my ads to come up. Okay, I think I can leave this. Instagram Explore, I can turn it off as well. Stories and Reels, I might not want my ads to appear on Stories and Reels. If I do not want, I just turn them off as well. You just turn off where you do not want your ad to appear. In-stream videos, ads on Reels, just turn off where you do not want it to appear, and then publish your ad after making sure that you follow all the necessary precautions. It's quite simple. It's quite simple. So you can just decide to run an awareness campaign. You can decide to run a leads campaign. You can decide to do sales. Sales is more almost like leads. Sales is almost like leads, just that you have to take people to. It's almost like leads, just for people to make conversion, to take conversions, to sell a product. So the copy is going to be different. It's going to be selling something one, and then the ad creative is also going to be selling something. So that's pretty much it. I think maybe in the next class, I'm going to still touch a little bit on this before I dive into the next thing that we're going to do, so we can understand it in detail. But yes, this is it. So guys, just try as much as possible to run a small ad for yourself. Maybe 1,500, 1,000, depends as the case might be. Just try to run an ad and see how it is, and just play around these stuff and get your ads published. So I don't want to, I think I've already encroached deep into the time. It's already 20 minutes past time already. So I think we'll just end the class here. If there's any question, you can just ask. I'll just take maybe a few questions and then end this class. Is there any question? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oluwaseyi, yeah, you can ask your question.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the explanation. All right. I'm actually new to the audio systems. I greatly enjoying the way you are explaining actually, because this is my aim and objective of coming to this meeting. But in the area of this Facebook ad and the payment, maybe you help us to explain it better next time you comes in, because I've not fully understand how.
Okay, all right.
Wait till next time meeting so that I can get it clearly, sir.
Yes, the next time I think I'll just do a little bit recap on this, because it's like very important so that everybody can.
Yes, that payment area is quite. I actually want to know how it runs, how you can do the ad and the content, and then how you get paid and how you are being charged for it. I just want to know. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Any other question, please? Anybody else can
good day, sir.
All right, good day.
Good day, sir.
Adeyemi, yes.
I'm Adeyemi from Osun State, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, I still need more explanation about on ads, Instagram ad and Facebook ad. When you understand that area to us, the network here is very bad, so I was unable to decode what you are saying here. So I'll be very glad if I can see, if I can have more explanation about that, sir.
Okay. I think there will be a recording. I think there's a recording, and I think the recording will be sent to everybody.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other person? Any other person? Okay. I think there's another question. Okay, so guys, please, everything here is it's quite easy for theory, but when it gets to practical, that is where you can really try and answer. You understand? So, guys, try as much as possible to do some of the things I've asked you to do. I asked for Facebook, social media platforms. Then I think the admin is going to send the questions to you guys. I also asked for, sorry, excuse me. I also asked for that one. You guys can also do that one personally. Know your buyer persona, know your business, who your business is targeting, and how you can reach them. And then this ad, you can just decide to just spare like say maybe 1,000 naira just to test how the ad runs. Please also go and read Facebook ad policies, please. Meta ad policies. They are very stringent in their policies. Very, very stringent in their policies. That's why I don't like Thread, because that man is capable of banning people for anything. They can just decide to bring down your ad account for the slight mistake you make. So read their meta policies. It's everywhere. You can just read it and know how to run ads. It's long though, it's quite long though, so you're just going to be reading between the lines, but try to get the main points so that you know do's and don'ts running an ad on Facebook, and what kind of words you're supposed to use, what kind of images you're supposed to use, and all of that, so that you don't get your account in problems. And what else? Yeah, I think that is it. So just try as much as possible to test run all of these things. In my next class, I'll make sure that I try as much as possible to just run through this whole hard process again. The network glitch was terrible, so maybe next time the network glitch might be a bit better. I'll just try to do a rundown and show you exactly what how the whole ads manager works and how you can run a very successful ad without any problem. All right, guys. So, admin, are you here? Okay, so I think yes, I'll be available to answer questions. Atine is asking if I'll be available to answer questions at the next class. Yes, of course I will. I'll be very much available. And any question you have whatsoever, you can ask. And attendance link is on, so you can fill up the attendance, please. Just click on the attendance link and you get it. So I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize. I don't think next time this is going to happen. This was due to the glitches, so I needed to cover most of the things I needed to cover today. So I'm not going to keep you up to this time next time. I beg. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys. So have a nice day or a nice afternoon. Bye, guys.
Hello. Hello, Mr. IB.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, please, I sent a message.
The message where?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The chat.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll just should I type this?
Please share your handles on social media. Possibly we can just follow you up.
My handles are quite different, so okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Just check me on LinkedIn.
Can you all hear me? So for the next meeting, marketing, digital marketing, the next class is physical, not virtual. Physical on Friday.
Hello,
Please
ma?
help us confirm you because the mail said on Wednesday, please, and I'm hearing Friday now.
Please, hello, ma.
So I know I'm guessing you just joined today.
Yes, some of us are joined today. So
Okay.
and in the curriculum, it indicated that it's Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Wednesday, but something happened and it's why it's not holding on Wednesday again. It's now been moved to Friday. It's a physical class.
So what of us that are not within the area? We are far. How do we meet up?
Oh.
So physical class, which address, please? For the physical class, which address?
Okay, Ma, are you on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
I am.
Okay, the address will be pasted there. It was already posted before, but I'll post it again.
Okay, sorry, which state?
Lagos.
Wow.
I'm not in Lagos, I'm in Abuja, so how do we do it?
How do we handle?
Well, that's just me. So we only have 2 physical classes and the rest are all virtual.
Yeah, admin, can I
So for those
Please,
of us
some
that
of
will not be available physically, will there be like a Zoom session to join?
Let me suggest something. Admin, is it possible that while we are having the physical class, we can still
Please, what of those of us that lives in Osun State, please?
hold on. Hold on, I'm suggesting something to her. Just hold on. I think the issue will be sorted out. So, admin, please, what if we do it this way? Maybe while we are having the physical class, we'll still set up a Zoom link and a Zoom meet. So people who are learning physical and people who are learning online can both follow up together. That way, I think it would be easier for people who are.
Yeah, well, that way, it's not like it's a
that will be
bad
better,
thing,
sir. That will be
right?
better. Thank you.
Okay.
That's a good
It's just
suggestion.
that when you do that, those that are supposed to be in the physical class will end up not coming for it. And that's the models
So
of
why
the
not share
program.
why not share the link based on location? For people like us that are
Yes.
outside Lagos, I'm sure you have our details already. You know those that stay in Lagos and those that don't. So I think for those that don't stay in Lagos, they should have that privilege. Then those that are in Lagos, maybe the link should not be shared to them. I know it's extra work and it's not convenient, but please just try to consider us.
Yeah, well,
Another
another thing, I also have to think of a way to stream that.
Majority of us are living very far away. Like some of
Yes,
us
I
that are
know
living
that.
at Osun State now is very far. Please, for God's sake, try to be
Osun is even
considerate
better.
about that.
I'm in
Please.
Abuja. I'm not close to Lagos at all.
I'm even in Delta State to Asaba.
Okay, imagine. So, and it's not like the class was restricted to those in Lagos alone. It was an
Yes,
open call.
it was an open call, yes.
Yes.
So I think that suggestion is better. You people have our details and our location is already there. So you maybe can send the link based on location.
Exactly. So
I have to
please
think
just try to
about
consider us.
I have to think about how it will be possible to stream because I'm pretty sure I'll be using the devices that I have on that very day. So that's another thing.
Admin, please help us think of it, please. Someone like me in Yola here. Wow. Admin, please.
Imagine Yola. Huh.
It's not yet Friday yet, so.
Yes, that's what we should just keep us in
We are,
mind.
we are,
And so
we are,
thank God today is
we are,
Monday.
we
We
are
have
just
3
we are
days in
just
between
pleading
Monday and Friday.
against Friday. Please, for God's sake, we are pleading against Friday. Please, we know you will consider us. Please, for God's sake, please.
I don't know how possible that will be, but let's see.
Admit, I
Okay,
trust
it's fine then.
everything is possible.
Okay. We are going to see how we'll try to work something out.
We shall be looking forward for your assistance. For God's sake, please.
We'll try to work something out.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. IB. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That was a very, very broad one. Thank you.
All these people asking for attendance link. I don't know why people are asking for attendance link.
Maybe they are just joining.
Exactly.
They are joining just to take the attendance.
I think most people think that there's money attached to it or that they will be giving money and attendance to determine some of those things.
And that's very bad because, I mean,
Please, Mr. Ivy didn't end up sharing his Anduzo.
You know,